out here in the trenches, yeah, getting it like a motherfucking ticket to no limit, yeah. Hey, shit make me wanna rap. All night in the middle of the cold, bitch, I'm getting it down on them 10 fucking toes on the ground, bitch, I'm hold, bitch, I'm rolling on the road with a Glock, with a big bitch, I never fucking fold. Hey, some shit. Here I come, y'all. Let me finish this shit up. I can't wait to finish this shit, man. That shit go hard. How y'all doing? Mic check, drop a 1 if you can hear me. Yeah, that beats, man. I got so many fire beats coming up for y'all, bro. I've been in the lab, man. Hey, look, I owe y'all this joint. I went live yesterday, man, but shit came up. I wanted to fucking go do a double whammy because y'all was supporting and shit, but forgive me though, man. Yeah, forgive you, boy. All right, let's start our Saturday smoke. Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready for it? Drop a 1. Zoom link. Tripping. Guys need. I want a love I can feel. That's the only kind of love that I think it's real. Don't want the kind you have to tell me about. The kind of loving I can sure do without. Can sure do without. Yeah, yeah. I want a love I can feel. That's the only kind of love that I think is real. Don't want the kind you have to tell me about. If I was living in them days, nigga, I'd have been, nigga, okay. I would have been one of them Bird and the Midnight Falcons, motherfuckers. Welcome to the stage, Bird and the Midnight Falcons. I was just a young boy, still playing with my toys, hanging out with the guys until I realized she was something more that I never knew before. She came around my way and all my days are put away. I will love you every day and each and every night I pray you'll never go away until my dying day. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's right. I just woke up, so I can't sing quite yet. I still got the, I can sing now. I ain't gonna cap. I probably can sing better than I can rap, but I don't like to say I can sing because I'm shy to sing, but I ain't shy with rapping. See, I ain't shy with singing around y'all because y'all see me every day. Y'all know what it is. If I fuck up a note, then it's okay. So we got a Saturday roundtable going, and I got the link out there for y'all. And I'm gonna put a poll out here real quick to kind of get shit going. to stir the pot up or roll me one. Why I gotta be a clown for singing, OG? I believe OG just got the clown button on standby. You know what? It's funny to see a OG use young slang. OG, was they calling niggas clowns in your day? And if they were, what did a nigga have to do to get called a clown? Tell me he didn't have to sing, man, because y'all was doing a lot of singing, OG, in your time. Matter of fact, OG, y'all are the singing motherfuckers, now that I think about it. And I'm going to clap it up for that, but I'm going to also laugh, too. Yeah, you can't call me no clown for singing, OG, because them niggas in your generation was crying and all that shit. Ooh, yeah, y'all was doing some singing, nigga. Hey, OG, come on now. Come on up here and let's tell us about some of them songs, them hits, nigga. Hey, Lenny Williams, all them niggas was crying. You from the crybaby generation, OG. Not only was them niggas singing, them niggas was crying their heart out. So yeah, we ain't, the OG Leo know what it is. Niggas was crying their ass off for them women back in them days.
What's good, my brother?
What's
much love,
good?
much respect to you, brother Sanchez.
Much love and
respect to everybody in the chat, man. Flat motherfucker power. Now you sounded good, but it's just you sound funny, man. That's all. You sounded pretty good though, man.
Shout out to the OG, man.
I'm like, shit, I know you could rap, so I probably you could sing, but you just sounded funny, man. And then I'm trying to, I'm laughing, and then I'm hearing Bible verses coming out you singing too when you was in the choir.
Hey,
so that's why I was laughing. Ain't nothing but love, brother. You already know.
Ain't nothing but love, man. Ain't nothing but love. Shout out to the chat room, man. I got the link pinned to the top. I would like to hear from the 16% people that say.
Oh, and to answer your question, brother, I don't think that you hate black people, man. I'm black, you know what I mean? And you show me love. You know what I mean? I see, even your haters, you give them an opportunity. So I really can't say I see you hate black people. I see you basically you say what you see, and what you see is our people been messed up for a long while, and we stuck in religion, science, and politics, and a belief system, and that's what you calling out, my brother, and I'm calling out the same fucking thing.
That's what's up. We on the same team.
Racist towards blacks, but that's all I wanted to say to answer the question.
Most definitely. I really want some of those 18% that's saying yes to hit the link. That'll really be dope, and it'll be a balanced show. If somebody came up here like, yeah, bro, Sanchez, I think you kind of hate yourself. It's a little self-hatred. Because you know why? It's 18% of y'all that feel that way. And we want you guys to talk too. We don't want just everybody telling bro Sanchez what he want to hear. If you saying I hate my people, guess what? I want to hear some of the things that you got to say to show what I do, to say how I do that. And maybe guess what? I'll stop doing them things.
Say flat power. Flat power. Brother Sanchez.
Flat motherfucking power. Oh. OG. Salutes to the young queen.
Yeah, my daughter, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. You got an angel there.
Yes, sir.
Good. Black motherfucking power, too.
Yo, what's good with you, Sanchez?
Troopy, what's good, bro? What's good, fellas?
What's good, Troop?
Oh, shit, man. What's going on with you, OG? How y'all niggas doing, man?
All love. Everything beautiful.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you hate black people though. Shit. And if is this coming from the chief talking and shit?
You know what? I'm kind of. She ain't the only one think that, cause look, it's 20% motherfuckers in the chat. I should have 0%, nigga. If you think I hate, I'm serious. Maybe that's just me being egotistical to think that I'm gonna get 0% on the air, but you know.
No, I don't. I just think motherfuckers is having a hard time dealing with the shit that you be saying and the reality and the harsh truths that you be bringing up. You know what I mean? And how like, cause you don't really say black people ain't shit. You know what I mean? But you do point out where we fuck up at a lot, which need to happen because don't nobody really point out where we fuck up at. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
somebody should, you know what I mean? And it should make us look at ourselves like, damn, what we doing out here? Like, you know what I mean? But I guess it has an adverse effect on other motherfuckers where they just like, you hate your people or you hate yourself type shit. I
Yeah,
don't get it.
if you negatively criticize your people, you hate them. If you point out the bad they doing and speak against it, you hate them. But if you point out the bad they doing and put it on a pedestal, ain't nobody gonna get mad at you if you say, man, we be killing shit, nigga. My folk, nigga, hey, look, if we go into all the negative shit and put it on a pedestal, you'll grow. Your hood vlog channel will grow. Your channel where you got the gangsters with the guns showing and all that, that's gonna grow. But the
Yeah, you
channel, yeah,
representing.
right. But the channel with the man saying, fuck all that. We stupid. Look at our people. Man, we look dumb. You look dumb as fuck, nigga. You a grown black man. Like, pull your pants up. Do that. Nah, you hate your nigga, you cooning. I don't hear you talk about them white folks like that. See what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you hate your skin now all of a sudden type shit. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's just fraud, man.
But you are calling the white people out. You calling the Masons. You calling the men in black. You are calling all of them the fuck out. That's what brought me to you, because you was calling out all the secret society. So I can't see
Facts,
how
man.
I see you give it to them equally. You give them they shit, and then you give our people they shit.
Shit, if you want to be honest, OG, he called out the white people way or the people in power. He called out them way more than he called us on our bullshit. He just called us out on falling for whatever the fuck for all these niggas tricks. You know what I mean? And how to get the fuck up out the
Exactly.
trick. He be putting the white man on blast, though. He really be attacking the system. You know
The
what I mean?
system. That's why I fuck
And,
with
and,
Sanchez from the day one.
and guess what? I'm gonna admit to y'all right now. I be trolling my own people, nigga. It ain't that y'all hate me. It's that, guess what? People don't like trolls, and I'm gonna admit I troll my own people. You know how I do it, nigga? I will say shit that I know gonna piss y'all off because I wanna piss you off. That's trolling. I do that because some things I wanna trigger you about just so you can see that at the end of when I'm teaching, you got mad for nothing and you look even more stupid now. Cause think about this. That's like the white man who invented melanin. The white man who discovered melanin. See, I troll my folks by worshiping that man. Y'all know I don't give a fuck about these folks. And that nigga's evil who created melanin. But nigga, I'll sit on a show and actually worship that white man to troll y'all. And appraise him. And guess what it'll do though? It'll piss black folks off, but then I get to say this. When they get pissed off, I get to say, why you mad, man? He the one discovered our melanin. See? He the
But
one.
look,
Y'all should be praising him too. Come on. You see what I'm saying?
see, another thing is, right? If I get upset at you about so-called putting down black people, right? And then I go on my YouTube channel and I go on you for hours and hours. I'm by default doing the same thing that I'm accusing you of. I'm putting down another black man. Feel me?
I don't mind putting black men or black women down. That's another thing people don't like about me. I don't think you ain't doing that wrong putting your people down, because it's all about polarity. If you can pull them up, if you can put them on a pedestal, you can put their ass down off their high horse. If I can put your ass up on a pedestal then I know when to take your ass down off your high horse because you fucking feeling yourself. I gotta be balanced. I just can't put you up on a pedestal and then I never can take you down off your high horse when your head get too big. So we can put up and take down. We can put down and take up. Black folks just want you to keep lifting them up. Nigga, I'm not your uplifter.
Right, you got to uplift yourself. Hey, what's good,
Right.
brother? It's good to see you.
What's good, Shaw?
Hey, good to see you, man. I've been following you for a hot minute. Been meditating deep on your information for a long time, and it's a pleasure and an honor to be here live with you. I want to definitely do an hour interview, a paid hour interview. So I definitely want to send a contribution to you for your time at some point. So whenever you can make that available, that'd be great. Because I know with your information, you've unlocked so much inside myself. You know, researching and making the spiritual connections, the ancient connections, according to anthropology, archaeology, literal history. One of them has been, and not to get off topic, but to really just bridge it all together, is finding out that the Nagas, the Naginis, the Twa people, the Buddha, archaeologically, they all revered the mushroom, the Amanita muscara and the psilocybin mushroom. I keep going back to that every time I come on this show because people are people. See, I'm just gonna be straight up with you. My dad is a so-called Central American Indian. My mom is a so-called white European. And the illusion of race, color, and the illusion of the third dimension, not realizing that even all the elements are one and the same. We're all different, but we're all souls. And I've seen people, because some Black people would be like, oh, white people don't have souls. When the reality is, I've seen with my own eyes, white people have mushroom entheogenic experiences and tap into their soul. So it's been like a crazy journey. And I really want to bridge that archaeology and that history of the mushroom really being the foundation stone for all ancient civilization and how it was revered by all the enlightened, quote unquote, gurus of the world. And I think that that's what's going to help heal the generational traumas, the ancient, the childhood traumas, just the traumas in general. I know for me, it's healed me tenfold. I went from devouring meat and being an animal eater to going completely vegan and respecting all sentient beings, being healthier than ever before. Just seeing that you don't need the pharmaceutical drugs and the cigarettes and anything else to be in connection. Truly, we have to go back to the ancient paths. And so my mission with our future call, brother, is to give people a sacred space to facilitate that shamanic experience, because there's too much talking up in our community. Too much talking from the Black community, too much talking from the white community, not enough action, too much online chatter when most of you won't even throw a punch in a real fight. You're just talking, acting like you're tough. But in reality is, you know, most of you are scared to death, not just of violence, but of your true self and your higher nature and your divine nature. So anyway, I can sit here and rant, but I appreciate y'all.
Okay. Thank y'all. Thank you for that. I want to drop the link again in the chat room. Will we get anyone up from that 21%? What do you think? Y'all think we will get somebody up that voted yes on that thing?
No, they don't want that.
So think about this. You say Bro Sanchez hate Black people because I'll stand up to him and speak my mind and don't care. But you won't defend the Black people that I'm hating on and stand up to me and speak your mind and drop your nuts. So let's say I do hate Black people. Guess what? My message gonna be more powerful than anybody else. So my hate for Black people is growing, man. Ain't nobody challenging me. So if you saying I hate Black people, guess what then? I'm gonna go unchallenged and keep hating them. Thanks for voting yeah, but you ain't gonna correct shit. So who cares, nigga, if I hate them now? That's how I'm gonna go with it now. You ain't gonna correct it. What you gonna do about it? You ain't gonna say nothing to me. You ain't gonna even check me. So let's go on, man.
All right, for real though, we need healing. We need unity at this time.
I think we need division. I'm gonna tell you why. When I start uniting with all the real ones, that's gonna automatically divide us from them fake ones over there.
Oh, for sure. We gotta unite within the enlightened ones, like men are calls, or those with their pineal gland open that aren't afraid of a mushroom or are afraid of cannabis and are willing to tap into these higher realms. But brother Sanchez, these medicines, these sacred medicines, are illegal and Schedule I drugs in most of the United States for a reason, because they tap you into your soul and your higher self. And there's not that many people that are advocating for the decriminalization of these particular plant medicines, when all you got to do is go on Google, brother Sanchez, and type in Buddha mushroom sculpture, and you'll find it everywhere in history. Archaeologically, a picture says 1,000 words. And once you see that, and you see all the ancient indigenous always revered all these sacred entheogenic plants, and they were teleportation devices. These plants,
Hey, look,
time portals, being able to download primordial information, being able to access higher levels of light and higher levels of yourself. And then once you know yourself, you're able to know others and do whatever it takes to save not only yourself, but your family and your community. I'm a warrior, brother. I got military in my family. I was a former pro mixed martial arts fighter, dozens of.
Hey, I voted yes, Sanchez.
Yo, I've been in combat physically.
Hey, Shaw,
yeah.
his brother Terrell came up. He voted yes. Let him grab the mic real quick. We're going to hop back. Hey, salutes to everybody in the chat room. Q-Butter tripping off that how you promoting those shrooms, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I want to try them shrooms myself. It's interesting to hear how different people think about the shrooms, because they are banned, but they are a vegetable.
Hey, look at that.
They are. I mean, that's something. I think that's something we need to think about. Look at that. He got them joints pretty too. Hey, so let me drop a bomb, man. Let's drop a bomb for Zone. Yeah, Zone, them boy, I wish I had one of them. I remember I was chewing them. It does put you in I can't even explain it. But I will tell you this, man. It's just a pizza topping. So I think it'll be a good conversation
you ever had.
Yeah, I would like to talk to intelligent people on the good reasons why they think the government should ban some of these mushrooms and stuff. Because maybe we don't know. Maybe there is some shit about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go the tinfoil hat route and say they banning it because they don't want us to access some third eye type shit, right? But see, I'm surrounded by tinfoil hatters. We need somebody else to even it out.
That ain't no tinfoil hat. That's reality. All you got to do is Google Buddha mushroom sculpture, and you'll find the Buddha meditating under the mushroom, not a Bodhi tree. That history was reversed and cast down.
If you look at the Adam and Eve artwork, you got the Amanita Muscaria behind them. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, man. Salutes to everybody in the chat room, and salutes to Q-Butter. Terrell, you got the flow. Take your time, man, and no one's gonna interrupt you.
I appreciate you, boss, man. Hey, the only reason I put is because when you was debating Taz that black culture's dead, the reason why you said it was dead, I'm like, damn, my nigga, you got a little self-hate, in my opinion, inside of you, for even saying that black culture dead just because of drill music.
No, it wasn't just because of drill music, but go ahead.
Yeah, that was the main topic that you was pointing out. So that's why I'm using that one. But yeah, because black culture, it could be simple shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Having all the cousins come over to sleep over. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't black. That's not black culture. That's family reunion.
Okay, black people do it though. So it's black culture.
No, white people have family reunions too, Asian people too. So we just can't
I
make
never
that.
said family
We
reunion. I said have all
can't.
the cousins come over and sleep over. You know what I'm saying? At the crib. That's the black shit. Like all the
No,
cousins at one
man.
crib
No,
having a
no.
sleepover.
See,
That's black. I'm black and white. So you can't tell me.
Hold on,
Like I got black
hold
family.
on,
I
brother.
got black family and I
Bro,
got white family.
bro. I've been
So
all
I know
around,
the white
bro.
side don't do that.
Hold on, we're gonna go one at a time. Listen, you're
No, you
wrong.
said I wasn't gonna get cut off. You said no one's
But
gonna interrupt
we're
you.
dialoguing right now,
No
though.
one's
We
gonna interrupt you.
dialoguing right now. See, and I'm gonna tell you right now, people may say I hate my people, but if you look at how my patience is with my people versus how y'all pro-blacks come up with me, it's the other way around, man. You got to show your love for your people when somebody disagree with you to say, well, that's still my black brother and we still gonna have a respectful bill. Because you can't say you love your people, but you only love the people that agree with you. So I'm gonna fall back and let you go, brother, but I think you starting off on a false premise. So if you don't want me to interject to correct you, fine. I'll write it down and just mop the flow with it. I wasn't trying to debate or nothing, but you can go ahead.
Yeah, nobody got disrespectful. We let each other talk. But yeah, I was just saying that you said that black culture is dead. And you basically that's basically saying you don't like your people by saying the culture is dead, that you just focused on the negative instead of, other shit, simple shit that people do, black people do every day, bro. Go to the park, get the bounce house for the kids and barbecue. That's black shit. I see that all the time. White people, they might go to like a carnival and some shit, but they not really just organizing the shit they sell for the family and for the kids. It's more like a community thing with them. But black people, they'll do it, on some family shit, not the whole community. Little simple
I
shit
want
like that,
everybody
bro.
to stay muted up. Let him go. You done, man? You done, bro? I'm gonna come in and
You
interject right
can
now. I'm gonna interject real quick, man. If
go ahead.
right. So when I say black culture is dead, I don't see how you get I hate my people out of it. To me, that's the dumbest shit ever. I'm gonna tell you why. If I say my dog is dead, I don't hate my dog. I'm acknowledging the fact that there's no life in him. A cookout, a family reunion, cousins sleeping over don't negate the fact that what's killing us, for the most part, is the message in our music, man. I'd have been all
I
around.
agree with that, man. I agree.
If you agree with that, then guess what I'm gonna tell you? You hate your people. You shouldn't be agreeing with that. If you agree with that, you gotta put me in this.
Nah,
Put
that's
yourself in
crazy.
this. If you agree with me, you gotta put yourself in the same boat you put me in, bro. Because I've been saying,
That's not true.
bro, I've been talking like this, and it's been getting me called a coon. I've been talking like this, and people
Yeah,
like
they
you been
stupid though.
no, but
They
brother,
stupid.
you
They
just told.
stupid though.
But let me get this out. You just
For
told
sure.
me I hate my people for thinking like this.
I feel yourself.
Yeah, I hate the part of myself that's participating in the fuckery and drill and all
I
that.
know, but
Yeah,
you
I
only
do.
focused on that. You didn't bring up nothing
Can
positive.
I finish talking?
Yeah, got your ass there.
If you think so. So
You ain't
my
bring
thing,
nothing positive up, only the negative.
The problem is parasites, y'all.
bro, think about this. I didn't bring up nothing positive, right? But you're literally being negative right now. You won't even let your brother talk
I'm
and
being
show.
negative
You
because
won't
that's
even,
all you
bro.
saying.
You won't even show these white folks that black men can have a conversation with being respectful. Look at how you acting right now.
I'm respectful.
Look, no, you're not, man. I invited you on the show and let you talk, and when it's my
And I
turn to
appreciate
talk
you.
now, but you
For
keep
sure, I
on.
appreciate it.
No, but if you did, you would mute up and just let me talk. You still
For
got
sure.
something to say, right? For sure, right? All that, right? Let's get him the fuck up out of here, man.
For sure.
Let's get him the fuck up out of here. We ain't gonna play with you, motherfuckers. Let's get somebody else up here. See, I got the right to refuse service to some of y'all customers I store too. Tired of talking to him. That's what I'm talking about pro-blacks. Y'all taking L's, nigga. like Cool J. I'm telling you, this nigga come up here in his feelings, making no sense. It got your ass right there because you didn't say nothing positive. Nigga, a coach don't got to tell his team that they done anything positive when they losing by 70 points, you motherfucker. This is dumb shit. You got a dumb, stupid ass way of thinking, nigga. It's cringe worthy. That's why I got you that away. I'm gonna wedge your ass up out this bitch. Cause you know why? Your goddamn mentality is the reason why we fucked up. We losing by 70 points and you want me to brag on that one touchdown we scored. Dumb shit. The score is 70-7. But you ain't saying nothing positive though. We did score a touchdown. Fuck that touchdown. We getting blowed out. Y'all niggas think stupid.
Stupid.
He didn't say nothing positive though. When he got the shit knocked out of him, he did help him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, my line wasn't blocking for my quarterback. But when my quarterback got his ass sacked, my lineman helped the defensive player off the ground who sacked our quarterback. And mad because I won't acknowledge that. But I did help him up, man, after he tackled the man. You ain't gonna look at that. That's something positive. You know, that's the nigga who cheated on his wife and then tell her, but I did brought you back McDonald's though, man. Look, I brought you something to eat though, baby. You ain't gonna look at the positive.
Stupid.
Point out the oh, nigga, we losing. And that's all I want to talk about. Fuck the positive shit. We start winning, we can do our touchdown dance. I don't want to talk to a losing team about what they doing right, motherfucker. I want to talk to a losing team about what they doing wrong. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Greetings, Brother Sanchez.
Greetings, sister. I'm going to take a phone call real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, peace, sister.
Hey, I just wanted to let everybody know this, I've been watching Brother Sanchez for a little minute. And what I want to say is I think it's really good that you are, it's mostly look like men on the panel. And it's the time now, young and old. I've just turned 54. And it's time now, young and old, that everybody come together consciously so that we can understand. That young brother really don't know what he lost out on to receive some knowledge from someone that has, as they say, been around the block for a minute. So it's really imperative, you are standing on our shoulders. So I just commend Brother Sanchez for at least, opening up his panel to anyone that can receive, because I forget there's a movie, if you all can recall the movie, where the man went amongst, I can't name it, but he sat around these people for, I think, a year or so, I'm not really, if I can recall, and he learned the language of the people, the gestures, the moves, what they said, how they said it and everything. So you have to be humble to receive and allow yourself to receive other dialects, because it's a universal language. The dialect that Brother Sanchez is speaking on is a universal language. It's not just one set thing. And he's even open and changed at my age, 54 years old, he's changed my mind about some things. So I can learn from this brother here. I'm older, like I said, I'm 54 years old, so I can learn something from everybody here. But I'm going to drop down and let y'all have the show. I'm listening in. I appreciate you, Brother Sanchez. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let nothing and nobody stop you. Keep bringing it.
Thank you so much, my sister. Much love to you.
Thank you.
Yo.
What's good, young Q? What's good, brother?
What's cracking? I've been a little bit MIA, been missing in action the last couple pounders, but I've been catching up slowly but surely. But one thing I say about the brother that just left was he missing the point, and everybody that keeps saying you hate your people missing the point. It's like, are y'all not fully watching all of these streams and videos? Because to say that he hate his people just because a nigga pointing out the flaws. You mean to tell me y'all gonna ignore the rest of the shit? Like, you know, niggas talking about all of the great shit black people did in Angkor Wat, all of the technology we had in ancient times, all of the Naga, the serpent knowledge, and all this
What's
type of other
good,
shit,
fam?
giving black people, you know, praise, all of the shit in Mesoamerica and all of that type of shit. So we gonna skip past all of that just because you want to focus over the fact that a nigga is talking about niggas' flaws right now, what's killing us right now. Like we said before, niggas always want to bring up the past and the greatness and all that type of shit when you get to talking about what the fuck is going on right now.
And it wasn't even that. To me, I think it's kind of interesting that he brought up the debate with Taz. And I mean, if he wanted to limit black culture to fucking bounce houses and barbecues, and so be it. But
Yeah, and
that
it's
ain't
like, hey, that blew
hold
me
on.
too, because I'm like, you mean to tell me
Hold on
white people
real quick,
don't
Q.
use bounce houses and
Hold
shit,
on
bro?
real quick, Q. Hold up.
Limited to drill music, but y'all don't say nothing about that.
That ain't what I'm. But listen though, listen though, bro. Come on, man. Let me finish my statement.
No, get this dagger. Go ahead, Trooper.
Yeah.
Repeat all that from the top. No.
Right. I think it's kind of interesting that he wanted to like limit black culture to fucking barbecues and bounce houses. And if you want to do that, then so be it. You know what I mean? If that's what black people do, that's what black people do. Taz ain't bring up none of that. This nigga brought up fucking Barry Bonds, James Brown, fucking Whitney Houston, and talking about that's black culture when it's not. That shit, you know what I mean? That shit been out the window, bro. That shit's nowhere to be found right now, nigga. Like none of that shit's around, bro. And bro, Sanchez was just you just be like putting emphasis on the shit, like everybody been saying. You just be putting emphasis on where we fucking up at, and I don't think you hate your people for that. But I mean, if you want to say bounce houses and barbecues are still alive, then yeah, so be it. That's everywhere. What the fuck is that though?
Bro, that was so deep. And then check it out. What's crazy? He also said sleepovers with your cousins is some black shit.
Right, like, bro, now you just come on, G. I'm like, come on, bro.
Oh shit.
And my thing is, bro, if you hate black people, would that make you a racist? And I thought black people couldn't be racist. So it's just a whole like.
All I know is the majority of the time it's all niggas up here.
Hey, you know, you're right. That was Sly Sleepy. Somebody in the chat, they know what I know. That's why I know that was Sly Sleepy. And think about it, Sly Sleepy will bring up some sleepovers. That's crazy. Come on back, Terrell, Sly Sleepy. You could listen, Sly Sleepy. You can name yourself Sly Sleepy and turn your camera on, bro. Come on back, man. We know it's you, brother. Talk, and you welcome back, man. Click the link. Come and speak your mind. But don't come emotional, though, bro.
And if you say some dumb shit, we're going to talk about your ass. I ain't even going to hold you.
Yeah,
facts.
It's you don't like your people if you say that their culture is dead. Nigga, well, you really going to think I'm a coon when I tell you this. I don't even think it's their culture. That's why I think it's killing them.
And Bro Sanchez, let me say this real quick. You know what I mean? We've been supporting the wrong shit for too long. And they don't want us to support each other. You know what I mean? That's a part of, they hate for us. They hate us supporting each other.
Mm-hmm. And then they hate, look, bro, guess what? Over here, motherfuckers can say whatever they want. They try to say it's an echo chamber. Bro, I be having so many different personalities on this thing. And guess what? It's regular folks that's been here a while. And what we do, we challenging everything come across the table. Now, if you don't like that, then hey man, I don't know what to tell you, but it ain't. Hey, even I can get challenged in the next sentence if I say some shit on the round table, and it'll turn into. So I don't know, cause somebody was saying, it's echo chamber and all that shit. Nah, man. But check this out, yo. Sly Sleepy, come on back. You welcome back, bro. What's good, Paul?
What's happening? What's going on? Love, peace, positive energy to the guys and goddesses.
The show, peace and love to everybody on the call.
Hey, much love, respect.
Hey, Yeah, much love, Q.
Peace, peace.
Much love to everybody. Hey, bro, check this out. You know, when this channel, like you said, like it got so many black folks on this channel, I don't see how black folks say this is you promote hate towards black folks when your audience is black. But when you do promote swirling or you do promote universal unity, they act like
Yeah,
there's something
peace and love.
wrong with having universal unity, and
Uh-huh.
they're talking about their enlightenment. And then I
Yeah.
hear a lot of the times the women have more of a problem with this on your platform for real. But when you look at how like
Be
these
dick
people
police.
think, like if you I just put it like for the certain ones like the debate you had with Taz, and he was basically saying with the culture and all of that. Ain't nothing we do here in America, black culture. So I'm like, why are y'all so offended on what people do? You know, like how can they be offended on what people do, who they choose, what they desire, when you're not even living out your own culture's desire?
Bro, I'm telling you, look here, man. These are daggers that when you bring them up, they just gonna name call and walk away. It's childish behavior. You're a coon for saying that.
Hey,
But
hey,
they will
bro.
never say you lied, though. Keep that in mind, bro. They'll never say you lied. Go ahead.
Hey, how can they claim it as their culture, but the culture didn't even begin with their own language?
The culture ain't began with their own technology. Cause if I'm going in on hip hop, remember turntabling, beat machines, all that made by the white man. How y'all hate the white man and you wouldn't have a culture without him? And they mad at me for saying stuff like that. You hate your people for saying some shit like that. Man, look, I'm a hip hop head. I'm part of the culture, and we wouldn't have a culture without the white man.
Hey, that's a fact because they forgot their ancient culture, which was the reverence of DMT containing plants. I'm gonna keep going back to that because most people run from that experience. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna keep throwing it in like a jab. You know, I was a former fighter, so I'm over here just sneaking with it, just left hooking it.
Hey
Cause
Sanchez, can we get a quick back and forth real quick?
yeah, and here go the next vote, y'all. Did white people create black culture? And if the answer to that is yeah, that's so fucking ironic. They've been creating black culture. Go ahead, Terrell. Salutes, man. You don't take this shit too serious. Go ahead.
Hey, for sure, Sanchez. I fuck with you. I watched the show. It's just that little part I'm like, I just disagreed on. That's all. I fuck with the show. You know, I don't try to disrespect you. But yeah, I was just saying, my whole point was that if we talking about culture and then you bring up the negative side, that just got me thinking, yeah, that's a little self-hate. That's all. Now, if you brought up some
Let's go
positive
back and
shit
forth
too,
then. Let's go back and
okay, for
forth,
sure.
like you said. I bring up the negative and the positive. That's number one. Number two
I'm talking
is,
about for that debate. That's all. Just for that debate. I know you bring up positive shit. I'm just talking about
well,
for that
look,
debate
for that
that
debate,
night that I
hold
heard.
on. If I bring up some positive to Terrell in that debate, I'm making his argument. My argument was to only bring up to point out why it's dead, not why it's alive. He got to show up and say the positive why it's alive. That's what the debate about. And then at the end of the debate, people can say, well, is it more alive or is it more dead based on what Sanchez is saying? I'm saying it's more dead, man. And it ain't just with drill music, bro. I'm talking about I don't know if you really live in the hood currently right now. I don't, but if you visit it, man, even niggas in the hood agree with me that it's dead. When I was back home, every nigga was saying how dead this shit is. Even the gangsters will tell you, bro, this shit ain't, man. Look, bro, this shit, these gangsters is telling the truth nowadays, bro. Don't get in this shit. That's what they telling these
Yeah,
little. This shit dead, man. All this shit is dead,
right,
bro.
right, right.
Like,
I agree. I agree with that. With the drill shit, that shit is dead. And I do live in the hood. I live in Milwaukee. I know motherfuckers don't take Milwaukee serious, but we always top 10 in that fucked up city shit.
Yeah,
But
Milwaukee get
yeah, Milwaukee crazy. And
yeah,
I
they
stay
is.
in the hood, bro. But look, I got old neighbors too. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? In the hood, and they got yard sales and all that shit. So They be looking out for the kids over here and shit. So that's all I was saying. Like black culture is some player shit going on too. I feel you. That drill shit is dead. I agree with you on that. But as far as
the debate
to me,
was,
that's a minority though.
Look, you gotta ask yourself this, Terrell, and you gotta think about this before you answer it. Think in your mind about everything that makes up what you call black culture and weigh it out and say, okay, is it more good or bad coming out of this culture? And answer that one.
I say in the hood it's more bad. If you go a little outside the hood where it's still black people, they doing good. You know what I'm saying? They got businesses and shit. But in the hood,
but guess what?
Yeah,
though?
it's more bad. Definitely more bad.
And you gotta admit, you see this what you doing ain't fair, cause check it out. The hood constitutes black culture, which is why even when black people get to Wall Street and professional, they'll tell you, nigga, I'm still hood. And they still gotta go back to the hood like Stephen Jackson to let you know I'm still black. I'm still black. Because black folks will say that nigga ain't black no more, he acting white now. Because one of the highlights of black culture is the ratchetness. Now see, this is what get me called a coon, I know.
Nah, I feel you on that, but I feel like you not being fair too when it comes to black people. Cause you got hood motherfuckers and then you got black people. All black people ain't hood, they don't claim hood shit. Like that's all I'm saying. All black people don't wear that cape. It's like I'm from the hood.
Know what? Nobody never saying all, but if the majority do it, then that's y'all culture. It's a democracy.
And they don't even have to be the majority. I'm sorry for butting in, but what they portray to us as well is what the whole masses see of us as a collective. You see what I'm saying? So it's nothing we can really do about what they say. It's the stigma we have to change about it.
Yeah, I feel like y'all talking from the media perspective as far as black people. Like that's how the media see black people.
Bro, you gotta understand. We know these niggas. It's like I ain't afraid to say. I can say I hate some of these niggas because shit, niggas hate white people too and other races too. Everybody gets an equal amount of hate from a nigga. It's like shit. Ain't no special. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
Bro, and we not this ain't no media.
This is what I'm saying. Hold on, let me say this. You can pick out something that you hate about every fucking people, and you can pick out something that you like about every people. But we're not finna sit here and act like I'm not finna tell you all of the shit that's good and great about your people right now when you fucked up and we trying to improve. What the fuck kind of improvement? Hold on. What kind of improvement class would it be if we came in here just talking a whole bunch of good shit, but we ain't nowhere. We ain't got nothing. We ain't got no type of leverage, no type of stability. That shit will look dumb. You can't come to class and be like, let me talk about all the assignments.
Hold on, let me say something real quick. I think it's Friday bringing up we bringing up the media's view when bro we living in the shit, bro. It's not what how the media view us, bro. We out here killing each other, nigga, every day because it's the culture, nigga, right? You know what I mean? Like
I'm more scared of niggas than white folks.
You know what I mean?
I gotta worry about niggas killing me more than white folks. I'm not worried about what a white person.
Out of all the bodies and all the people shooting on the news, nigga, how many of them white, bro, and how many of them black, bro?
Yeah, see, you talking about the news, my nigga. Y'all can
but that's a reality though, bro. The news is reporting on it, bro.
None of that matters, dog.
Yeah, bro.
All of those points y'all put together, none of that matters.
Hold on, some fuck shit.
Hold up a sec. What's your rebuttal to that again, Terrell?
My rebuttal was that that niggas is getting brainwashed by the media. Black people getting brainwashed, but I feel y'all. I feel y'all that's saying y'all more scared.
Bro, niggas actually losing family members, bro. That's not.
Can I rebuttal?
Hold on, wait.
Watching these niggas kill each other at an unadulterated rate.
Yeah, I gotta say this. So see, look, he making it just about the news. Am I being brainwashed by the hood vlogs? Because the hood vloggers go to the hood and show me the fuckery too. Brother, stop.
You step out the house.
This my problem right here with
the media.
Who you think talking about the media though?
I know, but I'm talking about niggas. I'm on this panel who will go outside every day. That's what I'm talking about. Not niggas who watching the internet.
Let me tell you what that's called. That's called personalizing a conversation that ain't about you. I don't care about these niggas' lives on a panel. I'm talking about the black youth out there, the demon time niggas out there. So you ain't talking about what we talking about, bro. You playing right now, if you ask me.
Oh, I'm not playing. I'm dead ass.
Nah,
Because I
bro.
get what
No,
y'all
this
saying.
cognitive
I
dissonance
get
right
what
here,
y'all
y'all.
saying, though.
Cognitive
No,
dissonance.
y'all not understanding that I get exactly what y'all saying, but at the same time, when y'all walk out your house, it ain't
It ain't
it's
about
more
me though,
majority.
brother. It ain't about me.
I thought you was
Listen.
speaking for yourself when you was talking about black culture. That's all. That's what I
How
thought.
can I speak for myself? I'm not. You think you
You're
giving
not
me,
black.
brother? This is what I'm
That's what
telling
you
you,
was
bro.
gonna say.
Nah, think about this. I'm not that big to where I can speak for black culture. So you telling me you thought I was speaking for myself when I was speaking for black culture? You put me in a big position. You put me in like a Marcus Garvey,
Got your own show going on.
like you're putting me. No, I'm
Got
not
your own
speaking.
show.
And that's all I can do is speak. My show is about me personalizing my knowledge and all that. But for me to say when I'm talking, bro, don't cut me off again. I'm gonna have to boot you because it's getting hard for me to talk.
Go ahead, my nigga. It's all
So
good.
this is what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, this is why you're not making no sense. For me to take my own show where I'm teaching about flat earth and all that and say, well, I'm speaking for all the black people, that'll be disingenuous because a lot of black folks think I'm silly talking about flat earth. I'm talking for me. I can't make my shit, personal shit, be for the whole culture. That's dumb what you saying, bro.
That was my point.
So man, you know what, man?
How you walk out your house,
I can't do this, bro. I can't do this. Let's pass the mic, man. I think he trolling, bro. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Hey, peace to the panel, y'all. I do got something I want to say, man. What's going on, bro? Sanchez, it's Jerome. But hey, listen, man. I feel like all the negative is always pointed out with black people, even in the press. The press do report on everything negative, but they not reporting on anything positive. You can't tell me that black people ain't out here doing positive stuff because I see it. Also, they always report on us being in the hood and being in the ghetto, but like I live in Atlanta, so man, it's so many big wealthy black neighborhoods that's 100% black, man. Like they don't report on that. You feel what I'm saying? Like black people living in houses, 5-6 bedrooms on land down here. You know, it's that's the part that they don't point out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever points that out. So I can't say that we losing as bad as what you say we losing, bro Sanchez, because they're just similar. The fact that we winning there, they don't point it out.
I gotta explain something to you. And this is the part where people say I'm a coon, but shout out to Jerome, man, because man, I'm finally got a grown man up here that can disagree with me, and it always gonna be respect. Because me and Jerome got a lot of respect. But yeah, you right, Jerome. In Atlanta, especially, a lot of black folks got hella money. When I say that we losing, see, what you said backs me up that we losing. Because we think a win is you got your house. You got your own house. You got some land. You own your house. You taking care of your children, right? You running a business. And I'm telling you, we just started doing that. We're so far behind according to the generational wealth gap. I think we losing because the things that we pride ourselves on just now doing, the people in power been doing them for a couple centuries now. And you got to think about that. If a team been scoring touchdowns for centuries and you just scored a touchdown, you shouldn't celebrate. I hate to see a dude celebrate. Like when I watch the NFL, a team will be losing like 60-some zip. Then that team will finally get a little touchdown in a little fourth quarter. It'll be 60-7. And he'll celebrate when he score. And I'd be like, man, y'all getting blowed out. I wish you would spike that ball.
But even though I hear you saying that, and I agree with you, but the thing is, I played football my whole life, bro. And even if you getting blowed out, when you throw that touchdown, you're supposed to celebrate something positive anyway at all times. You never supposed to let. I don't care how bad you losing. When you do something positive, your coach supposed to not just down you. They supposed to talk up also what you did good. He can tell you how disappointed he is in you. He can tell you how we
and I do them
shitty
both.
on the field.
And guess
Yeah.
what? And I do them
No,
both.
you do. I'm not saying you don't.
But check. Here's the part though. When you getting blowed out, your coach can't be patting you on the back. Mine did, and I'm gonna tell you something about being in the military now. If your shit ain't together, all rewards getting stripped. Let me tell you something about being a parent. If you ain't doing right and you fucking up and all that, ain't no just listen, put it this way. If a child fucking up and they clean up the kitchen, do you reward them? Because I'm telling you, if a child fuck up, they gonna clean up more than the kitchen. So my thing is this. My thing is you reward victory. That's when you bring the champagne out, you pop the champagne and all that. I think my people is celebrating more than the people who winning. That's my point. I think that if we want to use football, you're right. We scored a touchdown. But when we scored them 7 points, we start. You ain't got to. You just gotta. I'm almost through, man. We gotta have a little order. We're gonna get it in. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Let me finish, man. I feel like the team that's blowing us out ain't even celebrating. They looking like we do this all the time. And then we scored a touchdown in the fourth quarter, and we holding up the whole game celebrating. We doing a chicken head. We doing a Harlem shake. The ref like, are we going to, come on, man. Like, okay, you got a touchdown. But we celebrating more than everybody. And they winning and they ain't celebrating like that. What they doing is they still acting like they ain't winning, and they actually still practicing more than us. And they coach ain't even acting like they blowing us out. They coach over there just looking plain and monotone. Like, oh yeah, we do this all the time. See, I played teams like that where they will blow your ass out, and it's like, oh yeah, man, this ain't nothing, bro. Yeah, we do that. And the coach over there like, okay, y'all ready, man? Yeah, go whoop the next guy's ass. And it's a serious ass vibe that's just cold. like, nigga, I'm just telling you, I get what you saying. Only thing I'm telling you is that we celebrate more than the people that's winning.
Okay, so let me ask you this, bro, Sanchez, and I'm gonna let old boy get in. At what point do you supposed to stop? Okay. At what point do you supposed to stop kicking somebody when they down? You feel what I'm saying? Like I was in the military too.
Let me answer you. Let me answer you. You don't kick them when they down. What you do is you stand over them and you yell like a drill sergeant and you tell them, get up, you can do it. Get your motherfucking ass up. Get up, airman. Get up, troop. And you don't pull them up or kick them. You motivate them. You motivate them.
Okay,
that's what you do.
Do you motivate them by saying negative, or do you motivate them by being aggressive?
You guess what? I'm gonna tell you what I learned in life. You do it with a little bit of combination of both. But in the military, you use more negative than positive. You know why?
I agree.
Because hold on, there's somebody got some crackling going on. The reason I say negative motivation is better than positive motivation in the military. The reason they do that in the military is because this is life or death shit. Ain't nothing to smile and be playing about. Ain't no cupcakes coming out, nigga. The reward is your life is saved. That's your reward. So in the military, the sergeant is very serious. He telling you, if you don't listen to the shit I'm saying, this can cost you your life when you get in combat. Fuck popping champagne. Okay, you got it right. The reward is you might can keep your life in a war zone. You might can keep your life. See, and I like rewards. Don't get me wrong. We got rewards in the military. But for the most part, it was a consistent drilling. And that was to make you be serious. That was to make you stay serious and stay focused and not to get all with the plan and happy-go-lucky. That's the militant attitude, right? If you ever watch back in the day when the college team, Army and Navy, back in the day, they weren't even celebrating. But it changed now. You'll see them celebrate now. But those military colleges, they weren't allowed to do all them stupid dances and shit. They'll get disciplined.
I agree. I agree with that totally. Like I said, but also it get to a point. I know if you want to talk about military, let's talk about basic training. Can we go there? Okay, basic training, drill sergeant, and I agree with you. If you don't listen to them, then what you this could possibly you could lose your life. You're gonna pay the ultimate cost if you don't listen to this training, get this training private. Because I was in the army, but okay. The thing is
Yeah,
though,
I'm a
but when the drill
army
sergeants
here
break you
too.
down, yeah, the drill sergeants
And
break
they
you down.
build you up when you
They
graduate.
gonna build
They
you
gon'
up.
and guess what?
No, no,
Because they
no.
gonna
Hold
put
on.
that uniform on you, pin the medals on you, and say you earned
No,
this. You went through all the drilling and then
no,
complain. We was
no.
chewing you out, we was yelling at you, and you took it. Here you go. Here go the reward. Black folks don't like to take the drilling, but they want the reward at the end of the training.
Okay, I gotta disagree because in the army, what they did was when you first got there, the first 2-3 weeks they doing the cussing and the hollering and the knocking you down and all that. And then after y'all together, y'all marching together, everything started to look good, everybody getting it. Drill sergeant attitude changed. You feel me? It got
Not
to
in
the
my
point that,
training. I was in
yeah,
the infantry. I was in
yeah,
the
I was in
infantry.
infantry. I was in Fort Benning, 138th Infantry.
They ain't never turned down on us. It was like Lil Jon turned down for
No, it
what?
ain't turned down. It ain't turning down. He's still gonna be strict, but y'all
No,
getting the
my
training
drill
so good.
sergeant kept a consistent boot on our neck. I ain't gonna cap. His
Yeah, the
name,
boot gonna be there. The boot gonna be there.
nah,
But
nah,
when it gets to the point that when the boot ain't got to be put down because y'all
nah,
doing
nah,
everything right.
nah. That boot ain't
Yeah,
coming
man.
off your neck to the end of that basic training.
Hey, bro, you can hear me, bro?
Otherwise, that sergeant failed y'all. I ain't gonna lie. That's fucked up. Y'all had it easier than me, and I was in the Air Force. Yeah, we can hear you,
No,
Brian.
go ahead, bro.
Hey, hey, salute to the chat. Salute to my brother Sanchez. I'm rocking with you heavy, bro. I
Hey,
gotta
big
say,
salutes,
bro.
Brian.
Absolutely, bro.
I gotta say, my brother. It's time for our people to stop with the bullshit, bro. Ain't nothing you darn wrong, my brother Sanchez, about calling out the bullshit of our people, bro. We gotta stop being soft, bro, because that's what it is. See, our people are scared to speak the truth about the bullshit going on in our communities. You know, let me say this too also before I keep on with that. We gotta see both sides of the story. I can understand why some people will say Brother Sanchez is corning and this and that. I don't agree with that because I understand what my brother doing. See, they might say that they're saying that because, and I'm gonna say it too. A lot of times we might not hear the other side of the aspect from my brother Sanchez about how we got in this position in the first place. Okay, our people come from 400 years of slavery, and within that slavery, we have been mentally damaged and spiritually damaged heavily, bro. Up until this day, bro, our people been through a lot of stuff that's not talked about. Some stuff we don't even know. You got to do the research. You got to do the underground research to figure out and find out how did our people get in this position in the first place, other than just slavery, because it gets deep. The science gets deep. I'm talking about spiritual warfare and physical warfare. You see what I'm saying? But we already know about the 80s and the 70s and the drug. You know, they peddled the drugs on us. They put the crack, the cocaine, all this stuff on our people. That took toll on our people's mental. Okay? You know about the crack babies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're talking about this whole society is built off of keeping our people down, bro, in whatever way that you can on all aspects, spiritual, physical, on all medias. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I think our people get upset or they get frustrated because we don't hear the other side of the aspect of how our people got in this position in the first place. You know, but at the same time, let me say this. I agree 100% of what the brother's doing because you got to get that side of it. You got to call out the bullshit. If you don't call it out, how we gonna know how to correct it or how we gonna start to correct it if you ain't calling it out? You got to call it out. You know, we talking about building up our character, building up our spiritual by understanding what is causing the bull crap. When brother Sanchez brought up these videos the other day about our youth in the streets doing this stuff, I'm not even mad at them dudes. You know why? I don't agree with what they're doing, but I understand how they got in that position in the first place. So I don't have no hate for them brothers. And I know my brother Sanchez, he don't have no hate for them either. He's actually trying to help these brothers. He's actually trying to build our community by calling this stuff out and saying, hey, bro, what are we going to do about this? Are we going to continue to allow this stuff to continue to go on in our community and be scared and fearful and not speak on it? Because that's all it is. Ain't nobody speaking on it. I ain't saying ain't nobody, because you got a lot of, like, I give example, Q Butter. I heard about the good stuff he's doing in his community. You got a lot of our brothers out there trying to help our youth. But it's a lot of us that just hush about it because we don't want none of that drama. We don't want none of them problems. We're fearful of our own youth. You hear me? But I ain't gonna get on a rant. I just wanted to come on and say, Brother Sanchez, you ain't doing nothing wrong by calling out the bullshit. A lot more of our people need to call out this bullshit. But at the same time, we need to understand how we got in this position in the first place as well. I think that's the confusion or the frustration why the people will call you a coon or all this, nonsense, is because they feel like, well, you too hard on us. You calling out all the negative, but not man, the hell with that. Call out as much negative as possible. At the same time, balance it off, and we need to start understanding how we got in this position in the first place, because it gets deep. Our people been through a lot of shit, bro. A lot of shit. And it ain't gonna go away overnight like that. It ain't gonna heal overnight. But the first part of that healing is to actually start to call out the bullshit. I ain't gonna speak no more. I'm gonna get off the mic, bro. Salute to the panel, salute to the chat, salute to Brother Sanchez, and I love all y'all, bro. Peace.
Hey, much love, my brother, Brian.
Salute, bro. That was powerful.
That's
bro.
real talk, brother.
Look, I know
real
a lot
talk.
of people. I know a lot of people that got a chance to speak, but I know I said a little something earlier. But I don't think no one can place the blame on any other culture more than we should place our blame on our own culture or our own people. We look at what we are. I'm an 80s baby. I know that nerds would never accept it. And nerds always dated outside their race, or they would never really accept it in real life. So we can watch all the positive people, all the cool kids, all the good looking women, all the women who have shapes and bodies. They'll look past the nerd. So when a nerd goes to go date a white woman or foreign woman and they see that he's successful or he's living the life he wanted to live, they're mad at that. When we see the dude that nobody can beat up in the hood and you need a gun, you go strictly to the white man culture. Grab your gun and shoot. We got to think about why are we thinking about slavery now? Ain't none of us been in no shackles. I mean, shit, ain't nobody ever hit me across the back besides my own daddy with a belt. And I'm trying to figure out, why do we keep on pushing this stigma as people? Like, we have to be governed under someone else when you're not even governing yourself. You know what I'm saying? And after many years of listening to Sanchez say that we don't really need a government, you should be able to govern your own life, your own self. It really hit me like our people, and not only just our people, because it's other people, because I have a white woman on the side, and she don't like white people. And she don't act black, but she act white. My woman acts black because she's black, but she don't get along with white folks. See what I'm saying? And I'm torn between the two. So I'm realizing between both situations, it's just a personal problem with yourself.
I'm rolling.
I'm done.
I hope your woman ain't listening to this.
I'm rolling.
I swear.
But that was his God honest opinion, and let's take the jewels out of it.
That was all right, bro, but damn.
Yeah, so I think that it's totally okay for you to only point out the negative and none good. And you can completely ignore the good and only focus on the negative. I wouldn't be mad at a person do that too. Because guess what I tell the people saying he should point some good out? You do it. You can be the good outlet. See, it can be one dude in America whose job is just to point out the bullshit that go on in politics. Now, somebody can say, well, it's some good things that happen in politics too. And that person can say, fuck the good things in politics. You can point them out. I just want to point out the bad stuff in politics. You could do that.
Yeah, I was just going to say real quick, bro, Sanchez, the people, they're saying, you cooning, they the ones still cooning to the system. You know, that's why they don't want to intake this information, because they still processing the government information or the systems information or the religion's information
You know
or
what, Leo?
science information.
It's just that they really niggas hate accountability. I swear people hate accountability. That'd be one of my
I'm with
biggest
you.
pet
I'm with
peeves
you
with
there.
people.
The last thing we
Motherfuckers
want
hate
to do is look
accountability.
at self. I'm used to looking at myself, my brother. That's why I changed my diet. I changed my lifestyle. I changed my attitude. Y'all got it.
See,
Hey,
check
I
it
just
out.
want to say
It
this.
ain't
Let me say
just that.
this. I want to answer old boy.
Real
Hold on,
quick.
man. This is one liner, bro. One liner.
Go ahead, bro.
I want to answer. I'm gonna get right to you. I want to answer old boy when he said why we got to look at slavery, and I do want to say it's because that's part of the reason we losing. I don't look at slavery like everybody else, but I know for a fact that a lot of these guys got the land that they got and got the trust funds that they got, and they be able to live in the big house and be able to invest and win because they got old money. You know, a lot of people don't realize these folks that you see now that's living in these big houses, their wife don't have to work, that they got old money, generational money. So the money that came, that the reason they winning came from that generation, bro. So you got to look at that. You can't just let it blow past you. We got to look at it.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. All don't look at history and stuff like that. We got to look at slavery. We got to even go back to flat Earth. We got to go into the technology they was using. See that's one thing I'll say. Folks who say don't forget that past shit and all that. Nah, let's not do that because think about it. A slave invented the cotton gin too. So it ain't just about looking at slavery to see. Understand that we were slaves hanging on trees and shit, but just to understand what level of consciousness we was on too. But I think that you want to look at the past and the future equally. We gotta be balanced, man. But as far as pointing out the good and the bad, to me, that's all up to what happens in the audit department. You got folks that account for profit and folks for loss. And so shit won't get confusing. They'll split the audit team up. And the people that's looking for profit, that's all they'll look for. And the people that's saying, well, we losing that's all they'll focus on. And if you try to make them all do both, they find out you don't get as accurate results.
Well, hey, I like I said, I don't really look at the past like that, but I understand the past because I understand two things about the past. It can show you to where you're going to go or where you're going to be, right? So, when I say we haven't really endured that type of slavery, right? We all compare ourselves to history with black slavery and all that type of stuff, right? But what if you refuse to believe it? What if you don't believe that we came over here on ships? And then if you do choose to believe that, right? They're not doing nothing that niggas used to do. Niggas didn't have the privilege of killing each other unless the white man told them to do it. Now niggas kill freely. Niggas ain't had the proper rights of their land foundation until they produce paperwork. Now niggas is getting it off of fucking PPP loans and all kind of other weird stuff. We're not doing anything of slavery to compare ourselves to what slavery went through. And that's what I'm gonna say.
So it since people wanted to, okay, so let me let
Can
y'all
I
see where we
answer
at
that
on
back? Can I answer back, bro Sanchez? Can I just respond to what that brother just said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he just completely missed my point when I said that it ain't about what they went through and saying comparing ourselves to that. It's about we knowing what they went through and how they came up and benefited on what they went through. So we're not gonna let you get away with that. I'm down and losing because of that. You feel what I'm saying? If my people was allowed to prosper and flourish, where would you be? Where would I be? You feel what I'm saying? So the fact that you don't understand that, I can't see it ain't about the actual slavery itself and saying, hey, we went through that. No, it ain't about comparing ourselves to that.
Now
It's
let
about
me
that
ask you something, Jerome. Jerome, did
So,
you just say if my people were allowed to prosper and flourish? See, that's acknowledging that's acknowledging that we losing.
yeah, I agree. I didn't never say we was winning, bro. I agree with you. I ain't got no. My whole point in the situation was I was saying how we don't point out where we winning at because we
Well,
are. And
this
they point in the news is hold on. They point in the news is that they beat us up too. You feel me? They focus on everything negative to put on that TV, but they don't celebrate the positive.
You
And
know
there is
what? But
positive. And if we keep kicking,
here. Hold on. The negative that they put on the news is just propaganda. The negative that we put out for the people is accountability. To compare the two is not right. The news negativity is there just to keep you stressing and thinking you need government, making you think you gotta vote, that make you, to reinforce the system. I don't think that's what niggas on YouTube doing when they criticizing they people because they black too.
yeah,
I
we
agree.
trying
I'm
to
just saying I'm black. I know plenty positive black people doing positive things.
And then that's like this. Why don't the rappers never point out nothing positive and niggas don't go ask them that? They got a bigger voice. They only point out the negative too. And cause guess what? Because guess what? What defined me as a black man, I hate to say this, it's the negative. Cause when I go among my people, the conversations we have is who killing shit the most. Who will bust your fucking head. Nigga, who's selling the most dope. Like, and if that's what our value, I didn't make this the highlight of black culture, bro. I was born into this shit. So I'm wrong for acknowledging it. That my culture, as far as I known it coming up, it's been pimping, horn, gangbanging, rapping, robbing, shooting. And the world know that about black folks. Like, nigga, them niggas right there, yeah. Them folks right there.
This is what I'm saying. The fact that you say that they are the majority is what I'm saying. It's not the fact. That's just propaganda they put on the news. They want you to think we are the majority the majority of us is doing that. When that's not true, all I'm saying, I see way more black people doing good
let me say this.
than what I see doing bad.
Let me say this.
They just focus on that shit.
Let me say this then. It's a way where we can solve this. I'm finna go around the whole panel right now. Now, I'm gonna start with myself. Me personally, my experience with my people as a collective since the moment I was born on this earth to where I'm at right now has been chaotic. And I can tell you it's been dramatic and it's been a downhill spiral to destruction, and we need to work in overtime now to stop this shit. Because we've been neglecting it too long, and it's such a cancer. It's like such a disease state. It's damn near to a terminal point. So I ain't playing with it because I know where I come from. It's hella fucked up. I'm from. Now that's the black people as a collective, and I'm right there next to Atlanta as a collective. In Atlanta, the black experience in Atlanta ain't but like you think all black folks in Atlanta balling. No, the most is hurt and trying to make ends meet, and it's poverty like a motherfucker in Atlanta, just like it's poverty in motherfucking Beverly Hills. It ain't just the black man rich city. If you show me the white man rich city, I'll show you bombs all on his downtown area too. My thing is this right here. The experience of America is negative and hellish right now, not just black people. Let's talk around the panel right now because people saying it's just the news making that up. I'm saying, man, the news ain't making shit up. Every hood I go to the same.
Yeah, that's
real quick.
Okay. Go ahead, OG.
Yeah, I'll be quick. Like I was born and raised in Philadelphia, man. I wanted to build my neighborhood up, but the people around me didn't want to build it up. Instead of letting these foreigners come and buy a block, why couldn't we get our resources together and buy a block? So I ended up, I had to leave the big city environment because they didn't, my neighbors didn't want to do nothing. They didn't want to clean up their own yard. I seen a bunch of self-hate, not wanting to build, still believing in the belief system and all the bullshit. So I had to get out of that, because I was born and raised in Philly 50 years. I had to get out of it, man. I moved to a small country town where basically, quiet and peaceful. We ain't being taxed. We ain't being policed the same, man. It's different. But y'all got it, man. Thank you.
Hey, Billy Bob, you trying to rebuttal my facts with a blanket statement that I agree with. When you say all black folks in Birmingham ain't poor, I never said they was, bro. I hate when folks go with the all word, all. I never said that. You said that, Billy Bob. I said what I said clearly, and what I said still stand as a fact. And what you saying don't negate from that fact. I actually agree with what you saying. So what's the point of saying it? My point was poverty plagues America, and there's more poor black people in Birmingham than rich ones. And the number of amount between a rich and poor gap is amazing. Now, Atlanta got the most rich black folks concentrated in one place in the South. And it's still a huge rich poor gap among them black folks in Atlanta. What are you talking about?
Go ahead, Bobby.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know what the hell what happened. What happened?
Yeah, we hear you, brother.
Oh, okay. Salute to everybody. I don't know what just happened, but yeah, I think a lot of times we keep making excuses for past things that we may or may not have been through. You know what I mean? And what we got to do is whether we looking at slavery or whatever ailment, so systematic oppression we facing. Once you get the knowledge that that's going on, what's the steps towards putting some applied knowledge into action? Because you know niggas know a whole lot, but what's the doing mechanism? You know what I'm saying? Because we sit back and say, well, this is happening because, you know, we was trained like this during slavery, or the music that's doing that. It's like, man, I'm born in '82. I've been hearing that since the '90s. If we got the knowledge that this and that is happening because of these so-called things, that seems like an easy remedy. Why it's not happening?
Shit. I can say this, right? I can ask you a question, Bob, and then go to what I was gonna say, right? I think so. When we talk about it's this mindset, it basically like it's a disease amongst our people, and we scared. We can't look ourselves in the mirror and say that this is the truth. But the answer sometimes to that is somebody telling you, like, or exposing or showing you putting a mirror in your face and letting you see yourself. So I know me personally, you know, I was with the bullshit, you feel me? I wanted to be on demon time. The worse I was, the better I was in my mind. But you will have channels like Bro Sanchez jump where he exposed the hood shit, and it'll give you a different way to look at it. It's like, damn, this ain't the real world, and this shit is really silly if you look at it. And sometimes just that is the remedy to, you know, taking a man, raising his consciousness out of the bullshit. But you will have some black people that's like, oh yeah, well, you know, they lost, and as if that's an excuse for you not to correct the problem. But y'all go ahead.
See, my thing is, you know, during so-called, you know, slavery, we was given a blank sheet of paper. You know, at first we had a book full of history. Then we was given a blank sheet of paper. And even if they told us what to write on there, we writing it our own history right now. So when you see all this violence and killing, bro, that's us, because we were given a blank sheet of paper and we writing this shit on this paper as our history, and this is what we are. This is our culture. You know what I'm saying? That's our choice.
And look, brother, to answer his own question, every man is his own salvation, brother. You see what I'm saying? Even if you heard the words of Sanchez, Malcolm X, or Martin Luther King, you see what I'm saying? It was still up to you for that to resonate
and for you to internalize and to do something with it. You dig? It could have been something that still fell on deaf ears, or something that you just got and never put into action. You dig? So it's like for the brother, the brother who may feel like, ah man, I ain't finna do shit for niggas. For all you know, that could be Sanchez sentiment, but it don't matter that it's his sentiment. The outcome is gonna be the outcome. You see what I'm saying? It's up to the people to get what they go get from that. You know what I mean? My job is for my family, my children, and my wife. Anything somebody get from me talking on this motherfucking thing is extra. You see what I'm saying? I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me.
Yeah, that's true. But you got some people that's doing it to help motherfuckers that I don't even know. And who's to say if I ain't never hear these words, where would I be? I might be still stuck in the same way of thinking. So I think it is good for, you to reach as many people as you can, because you never know who you might help.
That part.
Yeah. But your reach is only gonna be as strong as your. Basically, what I'm saying is, it's people who set out with like, I'm finna do this thing. You see what I'm saying? I'm finna help the world. And them motherfuckers always become the evil genius because they want to form the world to they thoughts, how they feel it should look. You see what I'm saying? You should have tattoos on your neck. You see what I mean? They want you to, they got a proper way of how they feel shit should go.
Yeah.
Versus letting you figure it out for yourself. I'm just doing me. If what I'm saying resonate, it's just like when I gave birth to my child at home. I did that because that resonated with me. I spoke that story on here, somebody heard it, and guess what? They gave birth to their child at home. That one, my intent was just to be fully me. And the fact that they got that was just like, man, that was something for them.
Right. But influence is key. You feel me? So you got some dudes, so you got this man over here. He influencing and he's promoting destruction. So he get on the camera. When he get on the camera, he's showing guns. He's showing a destructive lifestyle. He's selling you get what I'm saying? He giving you something that's going to eventually destroy you in the end. But you got this brother over here. When he get on the camera, he's stimulating your mind. He giving you more. He giving you something that's going to help you in the end. And I think that message need to be pushed for the album.
Yeah, I wanted to say real quick, but like we always talk about, every culture it has hate to their own culture. It's just our culture is so fucked up. Ours is, put at the foremost. But it's hate in every community. Like the mafia, they pimp their own people. You know what I mean? The Chinese pimp their own fucking people and rob their own people. So exactly. So that's my point. It's just we so fucked up.
And you know what?
Highlighted.
You know what?
Ahead,
that proves that it ain't really about color for real. It's just about greed and money. Because all of these races got a group of people at the top of their shit pimping them. And guess what? All of them different color dudes that's pimping out, and all of them different color dudes that's pimping out their own race, they getting pimped out by the devils above them. And we know how when we start going back tracing the pimping back, they get evil and evil. So that's true. And then, so look, let me say this too. We got a bunch of people on the call, and we love to invite all smoke. And right now we got a vote going on in the chat room. Did white people create black culture? And I'm ending that one right now with 57% versus 43. We saying yes, they did. And if anybody's saying no, they didn't, then we can go into the smoke on that poll right there.
I could say it's almost like the poll. I can say they influence the negative side and promote the negative sides of black people, like put that on the TVs, this, that, and the third. But I don't think they make them niggas act like that, if it make any sense.
No, I'm talking about everything that it means to be black that you drop. A black person ain't even created.
Nope.
See, that's why I said, during the so-called slavery days, you know what I'm saying? They gave us a blank sheet of paper. They took away our history book. I'm just metaphorically speaking, and gave us a blank sheet of paper and told us what to write on it. And that is Black culture. Black culture is this. Black culture is this. And ever since then, that's what we are. And we build on top of that and created quote unquote subcultures out of this white sheet of paper.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say.
Metaphor.
Black culture in America is the amalgamation of all the subcultures. So even when we say black culture from white culture, right? I agree with that. But look what black people do. We take the lower class of all the ones that, like, when the Pilgrims came, they was the lower class people. We subjugated to their shit. Then the Irish came, they was lower class. We started doing Irish shit. Then fucking, you know what I'm saying? As Mexicans come, Italians come, we just start amalgamating into their shit further and further until we just got some jumbled up mess of a goop of a culture.
You know what? I ain't saying I'm right about this, but I think you had black people in Ireland that was already on some Irish type shit too. Just like you had so what I'm saying is, and this ain't no debate, I'm just now trying to make us all open up a can of worms that I've been trying to open up. What y'all think about this? Let me end my screen share. We'll go back to the culture wheel. I've been thinking about this. They want us to think that the Pilgrims came to America, right? And that they all looked like the dude on the oatmeal box. And I agree, they did. But were there black Pilgrims? Were there black people that would have been?
You fucking right, it was.
Were there, you feel me? So that we always get just a bunch of white dudes that's Pilgrims. And look, those Pilgrims just like dress like the Jews in New York with the top hats and the all black on. They
I was
dress
just
like
finna say, you mean to tell me niggas had to choose with the buckles?
Well, look, hold on. That's what I'm asking y'all. Cause look, you only see them as white folks. So, but then guess what? I'm finna stop. But check this out. Remember, I was pointing out your black Jews. They call them the hidden tribes. They right among you. The Hebrew Israelites, the Moors, the Freemasons, the fucking Rastas that I pointed out yesterday. With the word Jamaica mean Yarmulke.
Also, you saying the Pilgrims are probably those people you've been mentioning this whole time.
So I'm trying to say, I'm saying I think that when they talk about the black hidden tribes, I think that when you talk about Judaism, that what they telling you is that the white tribes of Judah are openly in the news, all in the White House and all that stuff. But the black Jews is like the boule, this hidden cabal and secret. It's almost like they trying to embody the words black and white, like darkness hidden and unhidden or some shit.
The shadow influencers. Listen.
Hey, I just want to say this real quick. I think they trick all cultures, because in America, it's not about a culture. It's about the Pledge of Allegiance. And I'm going to lay them right there. Y'all got it.
Hey, Sanchez.
I'm kind of confused, Sanchez.
Listen, hey, hold on. I wanted to touch on that point. Yeah, I wanted to touch on that point. I always believe that most of the people that came over here that claiming to be Pilgrims with them all that Quaker shit had to be black people. How else would other natives here? It's like a reference of similarity. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like Japan can invade China because it's like, oh, some more people that look like us. Come on in, my brothers. It never made sense. Like, why would these people who they say never seen white people, everybody be spooked of white people? Why then would you let them people in have Thanksgiving? Then I said, it would make sense if the people dress like that, but look like them. That's why you would accept them.
But then were there black slave masters?
Now think about this shit, right? Now think about this. Now think about this shit. Look at this dude. Now this is how they saying the Pilgrims would have dressed, right? And this is giving me leprechaun vibes, because the leprechaun wore them same shoes, the same style with the stockings, all that shit. And they came with their money, they pot of gold. And that's how they got the country with the fiat currency and shit. Think about it.
And then look at this. Them pants he got on. What if that was a wild way of them being like, what if that's where the niggers came from, not the knockers? What if them knickers? What if they was like, y'all knickers, y'all niggers. You see what I'm saying? But them knickerbockers.
Knickerbockers, New York Knicks, yeah. And you know what's crazy? Niggas in New York actually do this too, the rappers and shit. Hey, I swear to God, niggas is bringing this style back. I can't make it up. I can pull up rappers and shit right now, bro. I swear, man. That's crazy now that we look at this shit. These niggas trying to bring this pilgrim style back. Go ahead, yeah.
And brother Sanchez, that's military style also.
Niggas rocking knickers.
The military has to do their bottom of their pants like that also.
Blouse 'em. Yeah, we show blouse 'em. Hey, listen, I want to put this on the table. By that same logic, can we say that is it safe to say that white people was already here before they came?
No. You know what? Listen, hold on. Hold. I think, let me answer the man, because y'all coming in. Yeah, everybody coming in with like the outrage, the like, whoa, and the shock. I want to just answer you. I'm going to say, yes, white people was here. They were already here, was different kind of white folks. You know, the white folks like that's in the South and shit, like that what they call like your red. See, it's different kind of white folks. And it was a different kind of white people already here, what they call the country white folks or whatever. Like they would call them trailer park trash and shit. See, they treat them just like they treated the niggas. That's what I'm telling y'all. These group of Celtic white folks can listen. Them Jews in New York, they don't treat white folks like they treat Jews. They their own people. They don't look at like the trailer park whites and all them that's out. They don't see themselves with them. So that's what I'm saying. It is you know, it's crazy because it's different kind of whites and they got us not seeing like, and it's different kind of blacks. It's black folks that's connected with them. And we think they connected with us. See, they assimilated within. This is what they'll do. Let me show you something real quick. I'm gonna go off subject a little. Watch this. I'm gonna go off subject a little bit. Show you a point though. I'm gonna make a point that tie in with it all. So they'll give you something like this, right? They'll give you Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye, and Makai Kaiku. And we'll be like, okay, we won't think nothing of it that they're a trio and a team or nothing. But they so smart that this space shit they selling is a religion. And they got to have somebody to appeal to the Asian Americans, white Americans, and the black and Hispanic Americans gonna levitate toward Neil Tyson and shit. Think about this. To me, that's a strategy. So my thing is, man, they know how to, like I said, they know we got tops, them our people. So I think it was different kind of whites, man. I think it was different kind of whites over here, and that they met a whole nother kind of white folks. See, they ain't telling us that the fucking Pilgrims were Irish. That's why they call them the Fighting Irish. Who you think they was fighting? See, that's what I'm saying. They ain't teach us the truth. These Pilgrims were Irish. They dress like leprechauns and shit. And their money is green because that green is related to Ireland. That's the green part of Marcus Garvey's flag. He was a sellout, yeah.
And me personally, I don't think.
You know what, Sanchez? You might be right on this one. Sounds plausible.
No, you got it, bro. I'm used to it.
Nah, because Sanchez, what he's saying right now is the Irish were here before the whites.
Yeah,
So
and see, and look at how George Washington dressed. The first president was an Irish man. Look at his attire. It may sound crazy, but look at this. Come here. Look at this. Green. This is how he dressed, right? That style is right here. That would have came. That's a Celtic style that we saying from that we can trace back to Irish. Why you think in America, right? We got all these Irish pubs. Y'all see them in every city. These little Irish pubs and shit. And why you think we got the Boston Celtics up there? What you think the Boston Tea Party, the green that the Celtics wear? See, that's what. See, and the real power that running this shit. You even had the Irish mobs running shit. We got the 4-leaf clover. Guess what the 4-leaf clover is? I'm finna really fuck y'all up. Watch this. Let's pull this out. 4-leaf clover is the Jesuit cross and the Christian cross. They got us all worshiping. To me, it's St. Patrick. We have St. Patrick Day for a reason in this country.
yep, that's true. There's no Italian Day or
But think about it. You're right. Man, let me fall back. Y'all got it. Yeah, that's the Jesuit cross, though. And then think about it, red and green for Christmas. Because, you know, the red that you got, that's crazy, man. That we saying that the Pilgrims were Celtic people. And yeah, we've been saying that, but we just now kind of confirming that, yeah. The first president was Irish. That's a fucking history lesson for America. Hey.
Strong
man.
right there, bro. That's
Crazy
strong.
how close that word is with Celtic. Celtic and Celtic. That's crazy. So yeah, it make a lot of sense. I don't think there's no place on the earth everybody wasn't at. And when I mean, like, it might have been 80% of these motherfuckers, but it still was 20%, 10% in moderation, especially over here. Just like it's a lot of people over here now.
That's because we just be renting space.
Excuse me. All right, cool. Yeah, we renting space. Yeah, that's what we doing. Go ahead, you got it.
So y'all ain't saying white people came over here and colonized it. Y'all saying Irish people came over here and colonized it, whether they be black or white.
See, I was told how the white people got to messing with us. It's because the Africans was coming over here, right? And when you coming from a certain part of Africa, you have to travel through Europe because it's a quicker route. When you look at the map, it's a quicker route to go around Europe than to go the other way. So as they going through Europe, they picking up people and they coming with them. So they coming with people that look like us. So we like, all right, yeah, they all right, they cool. It wasn't a fleet of white people that just came over by themselves, got off a boat and started looking around. It was people that knew where they was going and they was like, come on, y'all can come with us. We can use all the help we can get, and was bringing them over here periodically. And then after you say 100 years of this stuff, now it's enough of them over here. You understand me? I think that's what happened, but who knows?
well, the Moors were the navigators, right? That would help them come over here. They're already navigating over here. Maybe the Irish were navigating before the Moors. I don't know, man. I know this though. Most of the last names in the Caribbean and all that are Irish names, you know? Because the Irish went down there and colonized way before the white man. So it's a lot. It's deep. Sanchez is going in on with this one.
I was just thinking, what if the Olmecs had really was standing for old Mexican and niggas just trying to take props for it? I wonder.
Christopher Columbus wasn't Spanish. He was Italian. That's another thing too.
That too, right?
You think about it, we are influenced by Italian, Irish, all that, man. Like they said, they call America Babylon because it's a mixture of all these different goddamn cultures. We eat pizza from Italy, spaghetti and shit, and then do shit from like we drink pale ales and shit from Irish. You know, we got a mixture of everything.
Right.
So America must have been the land where they said, we're going to go over there and set up shop and everybody get a piece of the pie, except for the people
Land of the free.
who are native to that land.
Right.
Yeah, we just going to cancel them out of it.
For all we know, the people that was native to that land could have been competing equally at one point with them guys and holding the shit down. Cause I'm pretty sure if they all just came and trying to establish some shit and we was here, then like you said, we had that. That'll explain kind of like them forming a union or the United States to go against all that infrastructure that would have already been in place over here. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know, what's crazy is one of the first presidents, and I ain't not like before they had the label president, was a biracial black man.
All right.
Before George Washington. So
Yeah.
I mean, and so I think that's how it was before. You know what I'm saying? They started.
We created a democracy. You know, the first president in Mexico was black too. So
Hold up, people said, is somebody in the chat saying George Washington was black?
Nah, George Washington.
No, they like to say that.
Nah, Abraham Lincoln was a mulatto.
Frederick Douglass.
Yeah,
Abraham Lincoln was mulatto. But
That's George Washington Carver, I think he's talking about.
Nah. It's this dude that just pulled up some stuff about George Washington being black. Dead ass.
Didn't they describe him as swarthy?
Yeah,
Didn't they
before
describe
George
him as
Washington.
being swarthy?
Yeah, there was like 5 presidents before George Washington.
Right. John Hanson being one of them. The nigga that's on the back of the $2 bill.
Well, what it is, you know, George Washington was the first Masonic president. That's why they say he was the first president, not because he was the actual person.
Scottish
He was the first. Yeah,
Right.
There you go, Mason.
And that's how he got the Scottish attire on him. He's a Scottish rightsman.
That's absolutely right.
There you go.
There was 8 presidents.
Because you had the Dutch here first.
Scottish,
you had the Dutch here first. Look into the explorers of the Americas, like Verrazzano's. He made a deal when the Netherlands went free in the 1600s when they won their independence. You had a lot of explorers that was going through the middle of come this way to explore and break the new world through Florida.
Right. Look, that's true, right? I do like a little family history on myself, right? And a lot of the African French people and a lot of people that
I'm not talking about Africans right now. We talking about
hold on, listen to what I'm saying.
other
Listen to what I'm
cultures
saying, bro.
like the
Listen to what I'm
Wallonians.
saying. Listen to what I'm saying. There's a lot of Scottish, Polish, French, and African that actually came here the same way. My great-great-grandfather, Marcus Royster, owned slaves here in North Carolina and Virginia. My last name is Royster. It is a French African last name that has not been changed. It is 85% of all black people who have the last name Royster is black, not a European name. So what you seen on that picture with Bro Sanchez when he showed the dude on the right from what he just showed, he has a Klan tag on his hat. George Washington had the Klan tag. So that'll let you know most French and Polish people were black folks that had Klan tags, not Europeans.
Or what we call Europeans at this point.
But you know what's so crazy is the first legal slave. I'm talking about like in what they wrote in the history book came
Was
from a
Irish,
black
wasn't he?
man. No, it was a black man that had an indentured service when he came to the States, to United States, whatever it's called back then, and he wouldn't work, so he took it to court, and they made him a slave, and it was the first official legal slave in America.
Yeah, but they had
a black man enslaved.
for the Polish and the Irish that came. Because they was making deals to get out of their deals from the Anglo-Saxons, the Anglicans. So if you look up that stuff too, you can see it that way too as well. There were a lot of deals made for people to come this way to, I would say, relinquish their debt. And when they got here, they started running. That's why you have the earlier posters of servitude to the Irish. You know, the guy that has the burlap bag on him, and you can see that wanted poster.
Yeah, what you saying, bro, Sanchez?
No, I was
sorry.
No, go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, Sanchez. Do your thing, bro.
No, y'all got it, man. Go ahead.
All right. All I was saying, Sanchez, was that if we really look at it, the first slaves, but they didn't call them slaves, was servitude deals that people were breaking. Because they were making deals and making contracts with people, because the Netherlands at that time had just gained their independence in 1600s, somewhere around there. So then a lot of people started making deals with different sets, because certain people wasn't paying attention to certain explorers, like Verrazano. If you check Verrazano's, then you can get a lot more information too as well, based upon the northeastern region and what was going on at that point too as well. So that's what I like.
That's why I was saying the first legal slave, like documented legal slave in America, came from a black man owning a black he had a black indentured servant, and he wouldn't work, and he took it to the courts, took it to the high courts, and that's when slavery became officially legal because of that ruling.
Well, officially legal for it to do it to Africanoid individuals. Before that, it was indigent servitude, because everybody was on a deal to come over here.
That's why you heard me say it was an indentured servant. And I said,
I'm sorry, I'm on my phone. I didn't hear that, bro. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. You know the pausing that happens on the phone, so my bad.
Yeah. And another thing with that, through the Barbary slave trade, we all understood that their slave trade was the fact of them bringing them to America in that fashion. That fashion had us thinking that slavery is the same kind of slavery. If anyone should be mad at someone being taught slavery, it should be white folks that should be mad about it, because they learned it from the colored people. So we can't get mad that they exploited it and took it to a new height. This was something we was doing hundreds of years before them.
Well, that's why you have Islam that's, blanked out their skin tone at one point, because they were, for real, they had a real fetish for Sudanese women and Irish women, orange-haired, I believe it was the orange-haired woman, which is Irish, or I think it was the Italian woman.
Red hair and there's a gray-eyed, blonde-haired white boy and the red-haired white woman.
Right. Yeah, they had an affliction for them for some reason, and the Sudanese woman. But they were able to get in higher number more of the European women. So you can read the clerics that talked about that for that time period.
Yeah, you're right.
It's everything that Sanchez has taught us.
It's
my niggas, all I know is my niggas.
You're right. It's the Irish with the carrot tops. I thought it was the Italians. I'm tripping.
All right. It was the Irish then, because it started with the Irish and the Polish. Because remember, when they started calling us slaves, we were better property than the Irish and the Polish. Yeah. If you check that in America, you would see where it came in at. I'm not saying I'm right, no, I'm wrong. I'm just saying what is. It's there. So if you can go there and see it. I'm in Pennsylvania, and I do the Jefferson events and all that good stuff like that.
Bro, you so head on. Most people don't understand. If you look deep inside your Negro soul, if you look at hatred, just take the hate. And we saying we don't know what black culture is. Take the hate that they taught us. The white man don't even like the redhead stepchild. It's already in the words of their own type of.
Well, it means something when they see that. It's an admixture. When they see that, they know what the history is. That's all that is. It's a reminder.
Hey, look, as a black man, we won't look at the fact. When we see white folks, we like that pale, authentic look. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, we didn't turn that way, turn the cheek, they want the tan, and we want to see them that kind of fit our narrative, like they relate. But the real power of the white people is keeping their bloodline pure. They need that blonde, that blue-eyed, that gray.
I understand what you were saying, but I was in the Marine Corps and I did a stint in the desert, and then I saw an amazing phenomenon. I saw a phenomenon where a group of individuals was deciding to smell
Nah,
like
they don't care
bacon
about that.
in order to get a
bro.
tone.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about right now.
No bull.
I swear.
Real talk, man. That's why,
Hey man,
like,
it's a spiritual thing, brother. It's a spiritual
bro,
thing. If you don't feel it, you don't feel it.
and the brother was saying like how white folks' power come from something about they
Keeping the
bloodline.
bloodline.
You know what they power come from? They're evil wits and they outsmart you with technology, man. That's it. We want to make it everything else, man.
Look what they doing now, man. They doing a Mandela effect right in front of us. So I look up the motherfucking 8 presidents before George Washington, right? Why they got them all white guys, including John Hanson? This is insane. Now you can look it up right now. They made them all white, all 8 of them.
Yeah, I don't really be caring about the colors of these motherfuckers. We wouldn't dare to confirm it no damn way. All I know is is they winning because of the goddamn it.
Yeah, man. Let me put this on the table too, man. I want to say like this. We fight each other, but you got to realize before they even came over here and messed everything up, we already had our own state. We already had different tribes, and a lot of them tribes didn't get along. And they was fighting each other before they came here. So they took all them tribes and put them in one thing called a project and just threw them together. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, all them people ain't meant to be together. All of us, you know, we was all here, yeah, but we weren't all family. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I want to put in.
And they call them all black. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, it's all black, but you got so many different tribes. That's why they named like the Alabama tribe. You had all different kinds of tribes. Cherokee, you got, so many different ones. But they actually put us all, group us all in one. But a lot of us didn't get along anyway. So we was fighting in before they even got here.
But see, I think the problem is they gave y'all a bunch of groups so that y'all can group yourselves within them, but they don't care about race or color. The only color they care about is green. The only thing they care about is money. That's they people. See, you feel like your people is the people that look like you or come from where you come from. But really, your people is everybody who ain't within that percent of people who got money, who can influence the rest of everybody else.
And that's crazy how the people that run the world got one color in common, green. And it's almost like they saying, well, you slimed in. That slime, nigga, once we let you in, we finna bread you up, throw you the bag, the Santa's bag, the leprechaun bag of gold. Now you one of us.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't care what. And you could be black, you could be Asian, you could be white. They don't care. As long as you...
And if people disagree with this, they saying selling out ain't a real thing.
Right. That's because all it's about is the accumulation of resources. Because even after it's past the money, it's the fact that they own everything that makes the world go round, even the natural resources that God put on earth for free. So
then it's about energy then, more so than fiat.
Right. Like I said, at a certain point, it become past money, it become about power. You see what I'm saying? Or resources.
Okay, energy to power. I agree. Check.
Now let me so one thing we need to establish though, or we can go into this smoke or whatever, but the thing was, did white people create black culture? We gotta go back to that one. Did white people create black culture? Let's stay on that one real quick.
Check this out, y'all. Check it real quick before you go. I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna be quick, right? I'm gonna say this, right? White people created what we call black people. Your whole concept of who you are comes from a white person. Before you even get to you having a culture, he gave you your identity. You see what I'm saying? So when we talk about black culture, we're not talking about Jamaican culture, African culture, people with the skin tone. We're talking about the black people in America who lost their identity. See, but a white man gave it back to you in the form of you're now black.
Facts.
Because he was And if you was conquered in this nation and you had Africanoid features, you was called a black person and put in slavery. That's facts.
I think
So the white man did create black culture. Okay.
Yes, indeed. That's why I'm saying that, Sanchez. Yes and no. Because if you look at it, it's like a byproduct. We had to take it in like most other cultures did. They have to take in all this other stuff, and then you make something called voodoo and things like this.
Well, that ain't
based
black
upon
culture.
Christian philosophy.
Voodoo ain't black culture.
Nah, voodoo
No,
ain't
I'm
black
not
culture.
saying that. I was just trying to bring out another, something to look at to say how a culture of black or Africanoid people take on certain things to make it part of their life. So then you have to ask the question:
And
are you making your life, or is that conqueror making your life?
Look, check it out, man. I'm being very clear with the debate, and I want to just clarify a little bit real quick. I'm not asking if white culture created black culture. I'm asking if white people created black culture. If the people that gave this group of brown and copper colored people skin tone, they culture, was they that skin tone? I'm saying if what defines black culture today.
Can I ask you about a time period then? Are we talking about the turn of the century or before the turn of the century?
We looking at the culture wheel on the screen because that's what culture is. What we call black.
I'm sorry, Sanchez. I'm on my phone, so things are delayed sometimes. I'm sorry, sir.
Well, hold on. I'm just showing you. I'm finna go into it. Slow down with me, bro. You hold on. What I'm saying is this. Today, what we call black culture, I keep repeating that. We got to deal with now what we call black culture right now. And what is a culture? I got the wheel up there, so we ain't got to think about it. We can just go through this wheel and say who created the things in this box that influenced the people we talking about. And we can start right here at the arts. And that can be, hip hop, all of this stuff, R&B, all of that. We can go into that, right? Then we can say.
Could you say that it's a? I understand what you're saying now, Sanchez. Could we say that it's a? How would you say an effect from an affect or an action and reaction situation? If I say yes and no to your answer.
Well,
if they control most of this wheel, then we have to react to the wheel. So it's like yes and no.
It ain't really who control the wheel. It's did white people create black culture based on the wheel. So what I'm saying, for example, the arts, for example, I do hip hop. One thing I use is a microphone. I use a beat machine. All that is the toolbox. You see this box I'm hovering over now? That's tools and objects that without these tools, we couldn't have this culture called hip hop. Without a microphone, without a beat machine, without a turntable, it wouldn't be hip hop, man. So those tools allowed for my culture to exist. And I got to say, nobody that looked like me created them tools that foundate my culture. That microphone I use to be able to call myself an MC, that beat machine I use to be able to say I'm a producer. I wouldn't be able to say these things if it wasn't for a white man that created the tools that gave me my culture. And I can keep going around this box and telling the truth that we're not really builders. That's what I'll prove at the end of what I'm saying, that we didn't even build our own culture because we're not builders. You see what I'm saying? So if the white man...
No, I see what you're saying, but that's what I'm trying to get to too. That's why I asked time frame, because we have to look at it as an action and a reaction, honestly, because most of our culture is based upon a reaction to what somebody has inflicted. I can't get into regular music flows.
I think most of our culture is a result of a group exploiting our ass.
True, but I'm saying also it's based upon action and reaction. Man, somebody employs something and says that we can't, and we react to it.
Brother, but what you saying, I mean, it's like a no-brainer. Of course, cause and effect is a law of the universe. I'm talking about how our culture was given to us. And you're looking over that to tell us stuff that's general, basic. Okay, cause and effect is real. Somebody do something. Yeah, we understand that, but you're not going into the conversation with us what we're trying to have, brother.
If you want to deal with time, check it out.
My bad.
For him, for the brother. Go ahead, drop.
I'll mute my mic. I'm sorry, Sanchez. I'll mute my mic.
No need to apologize. I'm just trying to have a conversation that I don't think you really see.
No. I was trying to see what you're saying. Now I see what you're saying. Now I'm gonna sit back and listen. That's why I say I'm gonna mute my mic. Thank you, Sanchez.
All right, dig this. So you said they made the microphones, they made the instruments. I think the way we play the microphone, sing in a microphone and play the instrument, what give us the culture, because they can play rock and roll through them instruments. They can play a lot of Mexican culture through them instruments. So I believe we just a product of our environment. But y'all, I don't think there's a such thing as black or white culture. I believe you're a product of your environment culture. If you in the ghetto, you got a ghetto culture.
So do you,
if you rich, you got a rich culture.
You don't think that hip hop would be considered black culture?
Yeah, I would consider it. I don't know if I can consider music itself a culture. I say you play music. You play more.
So what I'm saying is you will notice different cultures have expressed their music different ways. Even in gang culture, the Bloods got a different swagger than the Crips and shit like that. That's all I'm saying is how the different what we call cultures, that's what I'm saying. All of a sudden, rap ain't black culture no more. Excuse me.
It's black culture.
Do you think reggae? Do you think reggae or go-go music? I don't know if you've been to DC, but you think go-go music is black culture?
Yes, it is.
Go-go music is definitely black culture. I'm from DC. It's black culture. 100%.
Exactly, bro.
I'm over here next to it, and when we in Philly and I try to go down to Baltimore, I'm always looking for that go-go.
Exactly. Go-go music
another energy. It comes from the people.
And the reason we can say that's what I'm saying. When I'm trying to have debates, sometimes we try to debate things that ain't debatable when I already got the debate that's debatable on the table. And they go into all these other places that's irrelevant to the smoke that I'm trying to get what's really debatable, because yes, music can be related to culture, man. Like, because different cultures got their own music and it's so much related to them people that you can't even hear that music if you don't go over there. I can't hear a Dogon tribal song if I don't go over there and check in with them people and get them to hit that shit for me. They don't sell CDs and vinyls for their shit. So that's part of their culture. And they saying, if you want it, you got to come over here. You see what I'm saying? So different cultures, man, do shit different ways. And I'm just trying to have a debate about the way we do things as a culture. Is it really where we all agreed on for this behavior? Because if it ain't, then we've been programmed, and this culture wheel is now a hamster wheel for us.
Well, see, that's what I was alluding towards, Sanchez, when I said that there's somebody else controlling the wheel, and we react to whatever happens. I don't want to go back there. I'm sorry.
Look, no, you're right. But look, I'm agreeing. My thing is, though, how they controlling the wheel is they define each of the boxes for you. So traditions and rituals, they'll put a church in your community and give you religion and Christianity.
Okay.
So for language, they'll make you go to school, right? And they'll make you learn English the proper way and say you wrong for using your native tongue. Knowledge and stories, okay, they'll give you Santa Claus. They'll give you Easter Bunny. See that all this, if they can put everything they want in these boxes, you're going to be through at the end of the day.
Okay, but what about tools and objects?
Hey, but look,
yeah, that's what I'm
saying. We made the cotton gin, didn't we? Is that black culture?
But what I'm
that's
telling you,
talking about the microphone.
Exactly.
I know. Listen.
Let me answer. The cotton gin is slave culture. To me, I think slaves is a whole nother culture within themselves, man. But and that's just me, because that invention was inspired by a person that was a slave, but a slave didn't create sampling. Kanye West did that. Pete Rock did that, Just Blaze did that, because our culture was redefined after slavery. So you going to that culture back then still ain't you doing it again. It ain't.
I was just trying to do what you was asking and play with the wheel a little bit. That's all to beef up the conversation, like you're saying. You're saying we know.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you use a cotton gin today?
Nah, not today. We just go to the store and buy some cotton drawers.
All right, so I'm just trying to deal with the tools and objects that define black culture today. Why is that hard for you to do with me, dog?
No, it's not. It's not hard. I'm just trying to figure out which way we were going. Now I thoroughly understand. You're talking about present day.
Okay.
And if the clothes that you wear define your culture, like the shirts, even the hat that you got on your head, well, who created it? You see what I'm saying? Where it come from? If it come from a white man, and then we gotta understand this too. When we talk about black culture, we're not talking about nobody else but black Americans, y'all. See, the world has been influenced by black culture, but black culture started here in America. And the people who we are talking about, they had their identity stolen. So their original culture would be what we call Indians, with the feathers and all of that. Yeah, that was your culture before they introduced slave culture. And after slave culture, when you were no longer a slave, they had to give you something else. And what they gave you was black culture. And now you see, when we talk about black culture, you can't find nothing positive in it because it was designed that way. And you take no part in creating it. When really you could create an identity for yourself, a culture for yourself any day, if you knew who you really was.
My only thing is, people's music has the most influence of their culture, their music and their religion and shit like that. That's what really programs their culture. And if you look at our music, it ain't really influenced by our values, which is this purple box right here. Because we was never egotistical people that cared about the shit that we rap about today in our music that we find important. We were never that kind of people. But so somebody else gave us that value system today. That's my thing. Everything we going through in this wheel, I can show you how what you calling your culture is really self-destruction given to you. And that's what people say, well, I'm cooning. But that's why I want to have a conversation about is the culture dead or not. I'm proving that the culture is not only dead, but it ain't even yours. That corpse of a culture ain't even yours.
Hell yeah. And then they give you a month. They give you a whole month to celebrate your culture. They give you all the pride in it. But what's it really worth at the end of the day? What is it done for you?
Hey, Sanchez, I just gave you an example how it's a black culture, go-go music that wasn't given to us. That was our culture. Just bypass.
Well, I can answer. He's saying like the instruments used to create the music wasn't created by the people.
So the Africans didn't have drums?
Let me explain something to you. They just ain't have beat machines. See the drums hold on. I'm trying to answer. Does go-go need a microphone?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the go-go he talking about.
See, I'm gonna get you now. Somewhere I'm gonna get you. Just know that.
Yeah. It is a microphone. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go gonna need something that the white man made. We just gonna keep it real. The people in the jungle don't need none that the white man made to go and do their music.
But the main thing in go-go is to be the drum.
Same with hip hop. Same with trap music. So my thing is, if the main thing of go-go is the beat of the drum, why don't we make drums and then we can be selling them, getting rich as a people? Because check this out. People go way to Africa and spend thousands on tribal drums because you can't get that sound nowhere else. And that dude didn't do nothing but go on his land to a tree that they always go to make that drum. And them folks, bro, they making their equipment. And this is the conversation I'm having while I don't know what y'all all doing, but I'm talking about the real shit that's showing you how they winning.
So you don't think black people invented anything? I'm trying to figure out where you're going with that.
I didn't say
you
that.
got
I didn't say
security
that.
system.
Let me answer you, bro. Everybody trying to figure out where I'm going when I keep on saying, is black culture dead, and did the white people create black culture? Why are we still trying to figure out what the debate is? I'm doing a good job making my arguments while everybody else still trying to figure things out. Why is that?
The black culture is not dead. We just proved it by music, go-go music right there.
Okay, so go-go music prove that.
Good.
I take that, bro.
If you talk about
Okay,
music,
bro.
if you talk
Okay,
about music that's given to you by the media,
all right,
right?
man.
Wait,
No,
hold on,
bro.
Sanchez.
I know
If
what
you talking about
go-go
the
music
that's-
is, man.
Yeah, so you've been to DC, but if you're talking about the music that's given to you by the white media and you're basing that as black culture dead, I mean, you gotta look at
No,
the
bro, I'm a
perspective of
black
how you view
man,
it.
bro. I'm talking
Okay.
about the music I grew up in. Why y'all keep playing stupid like that? Like when I
So,
listen
what you
to,
talking
when
about,
I,
the
hold
90s?
on, bro, why you, listen,
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
tell you right now, I'm not gonna talk over folks though. Know what I'm saying? Not gonna keep talking over folks. So what I'm telling you, bro, is bringing up go-go music to say black culture not dead is just. Let's listen to some go-go music, shall we? This to show people in the chat room what it is, because everybody don't know what it is. Let's get it. That's the white chick, Adele. I want to really hear some DC go-go shit. I don't want to misrepresent. Because listen, because hold on, because I want to be clear. It's different kinds of go-go, and the brother making a reference to DC go-go, and I don't want to misrepresent that culture. So if this might not even be the style of go-go he talking about.
No, that's DC go-go, but see, that's more old. See, Backyard, that's an old band. So that's more like the 30s and the 40s.
Hey, no, that's a good man right there, because I'm 30. Me and Sanchez are the same age. That's a good man. So Sanchez, go to
Backyard, the most popular band still to this day.
Hey, salutes to Backyard.
Don't go to a cover song. Don't go to a cover
that
song.
was
Go
good
to,
shit.
Yeah, go to Miracles by Mumbo Sauce. That's a nice little original song right there.
Miracles by who?
Mumbo Sauce. Miracles, Mumbo Sauce. Yeah. It should pop up right there. Just put a DC Go-Go Miracles. It should pop up.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
I think DC probably got the smoothest, not Dick Rider then, but I think DC go-go kind of slipped on.
Hey, this shit hitting, man. I'm over here, right? Hey, this shit hitting, man. Go ahead, rock that
I
shit.
can't even cap this shit here smooth. This some talent, bro. I can't even cap on that. Hey, let me read something
real quick, Sanchez. Let me tell you some real shit though. Growing up, I didn't even listen to rap music, bro. I listened to all go-go music. This is where I'm from. This is how I grew up, and that's real shit, bro. If niggas in the DMV, they'll tell you that's how we grew up. Go ahead.
Yeah, it wasn't no rap music back then. It was straight go-go.
Yeah, it's mixed. The way that go-go is mixed and shit and EQ'd, I like it's like a warm mix on all of it too. It's his own little mix style too, what I'm peeping on too. They mix it differently.
You gotta see it live.
Yeah.
You gotta see it live.
But check it out, Sanchez. It's different now. See, that's old right there. Go-go then it mutated just like the rap music. Yeah, they be on their demon time now too.
Look, you can go to TOB and they doing the same thing. It's still positive, and that's a little new band. TOB.
But even the gangster rappers now gonna give you a positive song, bro.
Nah, I'm talking
now
about
and then.
If you go to TOB,
I noticed that the go-go songs they go for like 5 minutes, 6 minutes and shit. Yeah, live instruments. That's why.
Mm-hmm. But see, hey, go to Vibe Band. Vibe Band, they older band. It's nice little record.
I love to see my people party with me, man.
Hey, look, now watch this. Now look at how good this shit sound. Now I grew up with this kind of shit in Alabama. Now let me make a point, right? Now let me read some, right? Just to make this point. Sonya said, "Bro Sanchez, respectfully, it's as if you fighting too hard to prove your point, you're shutting down everyone's answer. I'm calmly proving my point with a culture wheel. And everyone else don't have an answer to shut down. They was saying they didn't even get what the hell what my point and what I was trying to prove. I had to keep clarifying the point. The point that I was proving and I clarified again, Sonya, was how good this music sound. But the people who make music in this country get fucked up contracts and deals, and they end up talented than a motherfucker doing all the work and still don't have the money that the people who made that mic got, the people who made them speakers back there got, the people who made that guitar got. And Sonya, a lot of people don't like when niggas talk like I'm talking, because they saying, man, that music sound good. Just be quiet. We don't gotta make mics. We don't gotta compete on that level. You asking for too much. Like you trying too hard to prove your point. No, my point is just a very serious point. Ain't nobody trying to outdance us and outsing us. They just said, look, well, we'll make they microphones. We'll make they beat machines. And if they can't do none of that shit without us. So if they can't, and when they get paid, we get paid. It's just that we get paid a lot more and we don't do no singing, no sweating, no tours, none of that. No, we let it.
And how many go-go artists own a music store? How many bands went out and invested in the music store where they, even import the equipment?
Your man Big G got his own beer line out, man. They got a lot of stuff out, man. You can't say that. They doing a lot of stuff. All because you don't know about it, it ain't being done.
Now I know about Big G, but I'm saying even him having a beer line, right? We talking about Black culture. Now, do you see what I'm saying? So who's the big? You get what I'm trying to say right now? Like even if he make the beer for himself, beer ain't good for you. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, of course, but I mean, he's still man. He's still putting out a product. I mean, you can't down that.
No,
man.
What I'm saying is beer is not a positive thing. So if you saying a black man having his own beer company is helping, or is
having his
a
own
good thing
what?
for black culture,
Having his own beer company.
Beer
Who
company,
said something about a beer company?
No, he was just talking about how he wasn't doing nothing. He doing stuff here.
No,
he
I
do
ain't
stuff
say
in
he
the
wasn't
community all
doing
the
nothing.
time. Yeah.
Okay. But only thing I'm telling you is, man, let me get you to see what how I'm thinking, right? We're talking about culture. And there's another group of people that are creating cultures like how I create raps. Like how I get on my computer and produce a beat. It's a social engineer in a room right now creating a whole nother culture for the next generation. Now, we didn't see drill coming, drill music, and we ain't gonna see, they already got the next music style up under the ground right now that they making it social engineering. We don't make none of the things that we just born into that we do. We didn't make Santa Claus story. Let's go to the knowledge and stories box. I didn't make the Easter Bunny story, none of that. That was just put in me when I was born into the matrix and boom. So I'm telling you, while we arguing about culture and like how you said with the debate with Taz, he's trying to prove he's attached and emotionally attached to this culture, just like some of y'all on this panel. And I'm saying, yo, that ain't nothing but indoctrination, bro, because none of this shit we created. Is my whole point of building. I ain't saying black folks didn't invent nothing. I'm saying black folks didn't create their own culture. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying saying that while everybody else out there get attached to cultures, it's some people out there that ain't got no culture, and we think something wrong with them. We be like, man, these rich folks may have all the money, but they don't got no culture. We got a culture. Guess what? They don't got a culture because they create the cultures. They literally sit down and create and influence cultures, terraform people, manipulate DNA. Look, they are literally social engineering cultures every day. It's their job to set trends, to influence behavior and all that. And that's what this wheel is about. So my thing is, while we attach the cultures and trying to speak up for the culture, we don't produce these things. And that's just no different than a religion, a Christian trying to defend Christianity, but the white man gave it to him. Same with your culture. That's my point of talking today.
Go
ahead.
Bro, I can ask you a question. Hey, so look, I just showed you a culture that we created ourselves, and you just ignored it again.
No, you
Go-go
you showed me a music style,
Yeah.
brother, and I love that music style. I'm gonna try to make it tonight too. I'm gonna try to see if I can mimic it on my program. I like to try different styles of music.
And I'm only talking about the arts on this culture wheel, right? So I'm giving you an example of a arts that we created ourselves.
And I'm saying, and I'm putting it on a pedestal. I ain't shooting that down. I'm talking about people that's. I'm talking about creating cultures, not creating music styles, though. See, man, you just talking about two different things. That's all. It ain't even no debate.
No. I mean, because I want to get into a debate with you. Because I'm telling you that we create our own
in
culture.
order to do that, you got to learn.
Go ahead.
In order to do that, you got to learn what the argument is. Then
Oh, no, I know what the argument is.
It ain't. Do we create our own music styles? It's the culture that we call black culture, created by what we call black people. A simple argument.
No, I understand what you're saying. So I'm breaking it down to piece by piece, segment by segment. So I'm telling you that we can start. We're going for the whole culture thing, but I'm saying we can check it off one by one. Go is the arts. Check. Where you want to go next? That's what I'm saying.
Check this out.
Well, hold on. Let me and this brother Bills on.
Oh, yeah,
we got
right.
you, brother. Hold on. Go ain't the arts. Go is one music group that's in that arts. Then you got trap, drill, R&B, neo soul, and guess what? Go is just in one region of the United States, up in DC and shit, in all them areas. And that don't really define black culture, bro. Little go music in DC. We're talking about something that's broad, man, when we say black culture. That's why I say if you want to debate me, you got to stick with the argument. The argument is, okay, wow, okay. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead, man.
No. So you're talking about something that's disseminated by the white man, that the white man gives out to everybody, or has to go through the popular media. That's what you're saying. Something that's given
that ain't what I'm saying at all, man. And it's kind of getting kind of
but that's
hard
the only
for
way
me
that's
to
gonna
hold on, brother. If you don't know what I'm saying, then let me clarify for you, man. Don't try to tell me what I'm saying and the only way this and the only way that. What I'm saying is simple, and I'm going to say it for the 5th time. The debate is what we call black culture. Was it created by what we call black people? And if you need to know what a culture is, everything on this wheel defines a culture. So picking and pointing at one thing, you ain't done nothing. You got to work your way around the whole wheel. And we got to say that black people as a collective create the influencing thing in that box. So for food and drink, the food and drink that I love it ain't healthy for me, but it's part of my culture. I grew up eating it. Just like I grew up learning about Santa Claus and Jesus. That wasn't healthy for my mental health. So my thing is, we're trying to bring up stuff like go-go music to deny the fact that we were given a false culture, which was really indoctrination and not our real culture. And it's dangerous when you do that, because I'm really battling a real beast, man, with this shit. Like, everything in this box was given to us. And somebody bringing up go-go music can't negate the fact that this wheel ain't controlled by the people that's in the middle of it running like a damn hamster.
Hey, bro, Sanchez, I got one for you. You're right, because about culture control. Check this out. Hip hop, hippies, hypnosis, ruhipna, and just like hippie. Wait, there's something else. Well, anyways, it's about so is that a coincidence? Hip hop, definitely there's culture control going on here, because with the hippies in the 60s, and then we have the word hypnosis,
Hey, we're debating right
Mind
now,
control.
and the debate is, hold on. Let the people that's interested in the culture wheel debate only get the mic, so we can stay at one thing at a time. Salutes to everybody.
Check this out, y'all. Just to throw this in there real quick. When you think about go-go or rap music, it's in the English language. So the people rapping it, you ain't even create the language that it's in. The words that you speak was also given to you. You didn't create your own language to form your own music style. So your music style is influenced from a language. So that in itself.
Well, I'm not gonna say we didn't.
I said that earlier.
Me personally, I would debate that. I ain't gonna really say we ain't create the English language. A lot of folks would debate that and have come with some convincing stuff to say the English language may be older than what we think, and it may have always been attached to the Mesoamerica. But that's
so
a whole nother.
So you would be saying that the English language is a part of Black culture?
Language, really, see, Black culture can be expressed by a dude that don't speak English. It can be a Black dude somewhere in a whole nother damn country that's goddamn speaking some Middle Eastern shit and rapping trap music in Middle Eastern. I done saw that before. Niggas rapping trap music in their own way. So what I'm talking about, I ain't really getting into American culture, because to me, English is part of American culture. I'm being specific now. Black culture. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And dig this, we can't have our cake and eat it too. The black man first to say they stole our identity and gave it back to us. Once you say that, they took our language, they took our spiritual, now they got us doing this. You saying they gave you your culture, ain't no way around it. But go ahead.
Because like I said, if you think about it, let's talk about, well, I don't see fashion on here, and fashion and clothing, well, that'll be arts. That's part of a people culture, how they dress, right? So for example, if you see somebody rocking a hat to the back, you may say, well, now that's definitely what Black people got, that swagger, right? Or rolling up a pants leg, or even wearing Jordans, you know what I'm saying? I done seen white boys with Jordans on, niggas hating on them and shit, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is,
yeah, like braids, hairstyles that go in that too.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We would say we fight to preserve all this, and you cultural appropriate when the shit was given to us in a lot of cases. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas will talk about a white boy trying to act black if he's sagging and wearing like the same kind of clothes, and it's like, bro, the prison gave you that culture. That ain't Black culture. That's prison culture. We embrace a lot of bad behavior as our culture. And to me, as a collective, that's really what's defining us right now as a people. And that's my whole debate summed up. A lot of people say, Brother Sanchez, you're wrong. That ain't what's defining us right now. And I'm like, what world are y'all in? But yeah, I'm going to fall back.
Yeah, because when I was growing up, it was the gangs and the drugs, the crack.
And yo, anybody knows? And shout out to this panel. What's good, people? It's
Hey,
been a minute.
Salutes me,
What's
myself.
good, people? Yeah, Sirski. And you see purple, right? Like it's supposed to be one of the highest chakras, the indigo children. It's got values in that color, right? And then you notice that the lowest chakra is right beside the purple on any spectrum, right? The highest chakra always touches the lowest chakra on any cycle of color, right? And so you got the greater community versus the values. And so when we think about it, that's literally what we're competing against in our Black community. Is the highest versus the lowest value. And so the values kind of, the greater community is set off the values. And then all the other things are what encompasses those two complete opposites of each other. And I just wanted to throw that out there based off of just the colors that I see in the labels that they put to each of these colors. But yeah, shout out to the panel. And one more thing is that the green is the techniques and skills, and green is related to the heart, the earth, the trees, the birds and bees. And that's essentially how you master your skills, is out there in nature and learning about it. But yeah, shout out to this panel for sure. And I love this type of build.
Yeah, salutes.
Shout out.
Agree with that.
leaving the floor open for everybody to build, and you can change the subject now. We can get off of the culture wheel if y'all want to.
Could I ask a question right quick?
Oh yeah.
Can y'all agree that the brokenness of our people, the foundation of us being broken the way we are, is the broken homes?
Absolutely. I
wouldn't-
do personally.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think it's the broken minds.
That too. I knew you was gonna go deeper than that.
No,
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
think the foundation of all that shit is the mindset. Cause think about it, our homes ain't really broken like that. Like every time, bro, I'm telling you, bro, it's just that what's happening is we together. It's just we chaotic together. Like I just went home, and bam, every time I go home, I'm always reminded of this, like how many Black people is just in one area. The South is so many concentrated, just brown people and shit, especially Atlanta. But what I'm noticing is, man, you would think like in Africa, all these so-called melanated people, that it'll just be this dynasty over there. But no, it's just a couple rich blacks oppressing everybody else, which why I said, if you put all us in one area, we'll do to each other what we accuse the white man of doing to us. I know this for a fact, man. Look at Africa. Look at Atlanta. Look at a lot. So my thing is like I think our mindset is broken. We've been buck broken as a people to the fact we willing to do anything for the bag, and that's just what the truth is at the end of the day. If these people could control our minds with money, we would have been free. But they can always pay the bulk of us to sell out to keep the rest of us down. You can have niggas that know the truth and won't tell it because somebody paying them. And as long as you can do that, we ain't gonna never get free, man. We can be compromised at high levels. So that's the problem for real.
That goes into my bad.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say that goes into a deeper level of the discussion where you can say that we have, of course, we all know we have an oppressor keeping us from being a stable people. Because I could just say this. Everybody know about the Tulsa, Oklahoma situation. What about those people when they were left alone to themselves and they built up a society that was a paradise? But what caused that society to fall? You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying?
So slaughter.
And it wasn't the people, though, that were slaughtering each other. It was an outside group that came in and destroyed the community that was thriving, that would get the loan. They weren't murdering each other, slaughtering each other, busting heads to get the bread, none of that. They were doing their thing together and building their community. See, it always amounts to the fact that if you, like, that's just like, this is another thing I wanted to say earlier. And I'm not talking amount of people to no type of animal. But if you put any creature, any animal, in a cage, a small box, or a couple of them together, you feed them slop, you barely give them water. What you think them animals gonna start doing?
Yeah, so
if you was to do that as a science,
hey, guess what somebody said? Somebody said, well, after everything I said about how we can be compromised by money, somebody put, well, who created the money? That's so funny. Damn, bro, are you serious? That's the whole world. Damn, I ain't gonna even entertain that, man. That is fucking. I had to read that, bro. I had to read that. That was fucking crazy.
Some people think that white people built everything and we fall up under it, not knowing that we the root of all things.
If you want to answer that, black people created the money in Egypt. If you really want to know, though.
And so they did such a great job in buck breaking us, and like the psyop is that they convinced us that our only greatness comes from them. And then when we get the information, we use the so-called their internet, their Google, to research our true culture or their books written in their English, when those books tell you what the people who created these things look like.
and it's something crazy with our new generation when we disregard what's right there in front of our eyes. It's almost like, don't believe your lying eyes, believe what they tell us, what they put in front of the programming. But it's right there for us to figure out. Yep.
Toxic food closing the pineal gland. Can I say something, Brother Sanchez? Yeah. So this value wheel, this chakra colored wheel, as you mentioned earlier, how the values is like the crown chakra and the greater community is like the root chakra. Yeah, the values, we have to go back to what the ancients talked about and what they left in the archaeology, and just simply go back to the roots and the plant medicines of the earth to heal the trauma. It always comes back to that. Notice how it just keeps on coming back to the higher self discussion. We have to open up our pineal glands. We have to decalcify ourselves. We have to heal our gut of bacteria and parasites, which is thriving for all sorts of sugars and carbohydrates and toxic meats, and keeps you in this addictive cycle of, a beast. It keeps you in beast mode in the root chakra. And then the hatred that everybody has towards themselves and each other, I can feel it, hear it everywhere that I go. And I was born in Guatemala City, Guatemala. I was raised in West Palm Beach, Florida. I grew up on both sides, both white and black. I was not accepted by anybody. And then I became an MMA fighter to find myself. Days upon days upon days of being solo by myself, years and years and years of training twice a day, 5 times a week for years, for years, 10 plus, 15 plus years. And when you do that, you see past the bullshit of color. So some of you are so petty that y'all want to stay on the discussion of color instead of healing yourself, seeing beyond the color, seeing the whole visible light spectrum, opening up that pineal gland, being like the brother who was on the video earlier with that bag of mushrooms he had in his hand. He said, fuck the bullshit. I don't know what y'all are talking, but I'm just going to consume this thing right here and then. And he didn't give a damn about nothing else. He didn't care about politics. He didn't care about any other discussion other than implementation. He was a man on duty. And that's what everybody should be doing. And otherwise, it's just this vicious cycle of just talking the talk, never walking the walk, and coming together. There's people now that
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something, Shaw. When I was on mushrooms, I still was on panels debating. So even if I was to take the mushrooms, that's gonna actually make me talk more for real. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm getting on, So hey,
Hey, I got you on that too, by the way.
But I think that you're an avid promoter of psychedelics, and that
I just see the mushroom archaeology with the Buddha meditating on it. I see it everywhere, and all you got to do is Google it. I mean, seriously, and then you have the personal experience, and then you read the mushroom and all the spiritual texts. All the spiritual texts, you find the sacred mushroom, and that's the thing that ties all the religions together is the entheogenic plants, which were highly revealed by the natives. And none of you can argue with that. None of you can win that argument in a court of law, period. We bring up all that archaeology, all that history. Yeah, y'all will look dumb trying to fight that. So why do we keep on arguing about what to do as a people when the solution is already right there in front of you? The solution is get back to the earth, come back to your native traditions, get off the pharmaceuticals, get off the food model, the standard American diet, and get back to your own culture. And then from there, after you heal, then you build up.
I let a troll on. Go ahead, my bad. You got it.
No, you're good. No, these trolls, that's what they've been doing. You've been trolling and hating long enough. Like there's too many people that are scared to say what they really need to say. And I've been quiet here for an hour and a half. I know I can rant and rave too. That's why I had to shut the fuck up, because if I don't be quiet, at least listen for a good minute, I'm just going to start saying some shit that's not going to contribute to the call. But this group here, the Brother Sanchez community, this team is powerful enough, especially here on this panel, it's powerful enough to go start taking over every city and state and replace all these outdated pharmaceutical companies and just become cannabis and mushroom distributors and govern the land in righteousness.
Everybody on this Hey, we ain't powerful enough to not cut each other off and sometimes. So I don't know, but let me say this. Uh somebody said, what do you mean color don't matter? On paper they got us as a color. What the hell? Let me respond to that. Color matters if paper matter. That's what you saying. And paper don't matter. That's toilet paper. The Constitution don't matter. None of this paper matter. So if you saying that the paper matter, then yeah, color matter. What they got on the paper, it defines who we are. That's God. That's law then. But I'm telling you, if we go on with the paper, then you're a lot of things. So we got to be careful with that because the paper's saying that you're 3/4 of a human at one point.
Facts. Hey, here's the deal about me. I've been called sand nigger growing up my entire life. And I'm, once again, I'm so-called half black, so-called half white. I know y'all have to relate to your culture and to the label. I can't relate to nothing because I was not accepted by any side. I'm a wandering star, a bastard, just like Brother Sanchez speaks. And I'm an avid student of Brother Sanchez, deeply studying before I can open my mouth for a whole year.
Hey, mixed people are their own people though, bro. I truly believe that, G. Like black people that's mixed with black and white, they own people. Like the way I see them move, y'all all got similarities that make y'all's culture or way of thinking the same. We're not the same, but similar. Like it's a whole thing to being mixed, G. I didn't observe that shit with the mixed friends that I got.
I never had any hatred in my heart towards any race, period, until religion, until Hebrew Israelism tried to convert me into hating white people. That's the only time in my life I ever had any malice. And now I'm in a place where, yeah.
Hold up a second, real quick. Sly Sleepy. Pink Ranger Sly Sleepy, you back, man? Pink Ranger, you just changed.
I thought Pink Ranger was there, but no, man.
No, yeah, they left. There we go. I just had to address the troll real quick. We good. Now look, we're gonna turn the mic back to the panel, man. Let somebody grab the. Hey, I got to get ready to shut down in a few because I got to do some stuff, but I'm gonna be going live, man. You know, this weekend. I gotta make up for y'all. I posted it Friday 5, man. But check this out.
Gee, I missed all of the good shit, G.
It's all good, man. We about to be getting it in too. I got some 5 topics coming up. But yo, I'm gonna let somebody start something else up, man. Go take it another way, man.
Shit. Which way y'all trying to take it?
Everywhere. Don't even
the video review way or some other or some, you know, ancient knowledge way. Which way we going?
Anything you think we don't know about. Throw it in the bucket. Like for instance, I know we talk about CERN a lot, but bro said you showed them like remember I put in the 666 is their emblem. Like around the name CERN. One of the brothers that I follow, you know, one of the Christian brothers on, you know, the internet, pointed that out to me like a few days ago, well, about a week ago. And I saw you talking about CERN, but I believe that you probably already touched on it. But those numbers, every word has a numerical equivalent. And so I'm just deep into like the names, the name of God, Yahweh, Yeshua, Jesus, and what these names mean, because a lot of people are reading, I think, too much into it, because the brother was on like Jesus is 888, right? And 888 is the numerical equivalent of oxygen. And I don't know if y'all remember when I was we was talking about air, right? Oxygen, literally, like the breath of life is literally what the name of God is spelled out to be, because it's the inhale and the exhale, it's the Yah. Whew. And when you spell out what gives you life, which is God, Yahweh, it spells that out. And we are the people that name things after what they sound like, right? And so the young brother that I'm subscribed to, the Christian, right? About a week ago, he touched on that topic that we was touching on pretty much months ago. So I just want to throw that out there as well. Just, 2 cents in a bucket, build up. But yeah, we name things after what they sound like. Oxygen has the numerical equivalent of 888. So does the name of God. But yeah, shouts out to this panel, and we are those light beings that, and ain't no fear. The archons, look, all right, what I wanted to put out there is that the every energy has to go somewhere. Your negative thoughts and your actions get stored in a place opposite of your positive actions and your thoughts. And that continues after the shell goes back into Mother Earth and our spirit transcends the seed again, right? So there's a storing space, like when you was talking about Saturnalia and Saturnalia, and there's a storage place for our energy collective. And that collective consciousness is then recycled and refurbished back into things that we can call creation, and we dwell within. So everything is everything. We are the all, but there's a cycle and a sorting of sorts. Like you don't put the plastics with the glass and with the paper. And so that's how I look at it, as above, so below on everything. But shout out to this panel for sure.
Yeah, so
Peace, bro.
Peace to that, man. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Salutes to everybody on a call. Anybody that's been waiting on a call to say anything, you got it.
Hey, do y'all think CERN got anything to do with them wildfires over there in Europe? And the heat rose, it rose to like 150. I mean 105.
They got them geoengineering weapons and shit for that. The whole, I think a lot of the local disasters, floods, wildfires, I think that's geoengineering technology. Yeah, they got all kind of shit, man. They got geoengineering is a whole nother motherfucking, that's just like this, right? But I ain't saying it ain't had nothing to do with it, Drop, because they have been doing a lot of CERN shit, researching, fucking with CERN, and shit been happening because of that. Remember the Guidestones got fucked up right during that time, so I ain't putting that off the table at all. CERN might have some geoengineering effects to it just by them using it. I'm sure it does. So you own to something.
And look, I was watching Pharaoh said that, right? He said CERN is in Switzerland, and the capital in Switzerland is Bern, B-E-R-N. So by it being Bern, and then all this is right there in the middle of all them fires and shit. That's what was making me think about it.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. So, hold on. Yeah, anybody want the mic? Y'all got it. Trying to multitask.
Somebody better take it before I start talking again. Because Switzerland, look, all right, Switzerland, right, is where one of the 4 sacred tablets is supposedly have, like when they sent the 4 corners, the 4 tablets from, I believe it's the Hopi Indian creation story, where over in that area, they say one of the sacred tablets of creation, you know how it's like fire, wind, water, air. And each culture or race supposedly was given, you know, carte blanche or dominion over these elements. And so, yeah, our ancient tribesmen, the stories get crazy deep, and then it's somewhat regurgitated into these things we call religious texts. And then we have to read between the lines. Yeah, go ahead.
No, but look, you so spot on. See what I was talking about earlier. We know how all of this stuff get turned into a religion to indoctrinate us, like you said, but we don't see how religion ain't nothing but a culture. And that when you get out of religion, if you saying, well, I'm just part of black culture now, you still ain't out of religion. Because that's what I was trying to go into earlier, how they can make a set of, that wheel is different colors because it's representing the different color chakra points going around the body in a circle. So it's some on that wheel to stimulate each chakra point, and they want to control all your energy that's in motion. That's how they do it with the hamster wheel. That's a spiritual hamster wheel. And you don't see that your culture as a spiritual hamster wheel. Because look, they can exploit culture. They can't exploit true spirituality, man.
And that's what our new culture is the exploitation of the truth. And they're selling it back to us. They stole our knowledge and they sell it back as college. And that's the same that applies to our what we call religion, our culture, our truth as a whole. But we here on the panel know
They
that.
can only
Yeah,
sell it to us, brother, if we buy it.
you're right.
Like, and if we don't know ourselves, because it's kind of like trademark theft. They can't steal the inner wisdom. Nobody can deny the inner wisdom, regardless of the color of that person's skin. And what Brother Sanchez said, religion casts down the true communions to the mother and the father. First of all, the mother completely cast down out of the picture, completely raped and pillaged, edifying a patriarchy. And then the original communions of the universe, which was the cannabis, the entheogenic mushroom. I love it. I just my heart bursts open every time I talk about it, because that got cast down.
I know you got some mushrooms somewhere up in there, man, don't you?
I got you on that, bro, because I'm the new CIA. I'm the new FBI. I run this shit. The mushrooms in me, the spirit in me runs this shit. No man with man-made bitch-ass laws runs this shit. We follow universal law. So the Catholic priests in the booth is what got risen up, and the entheogenic plants got cast down to the ground with that that fake cracker and that wine in the Catholic Church. Yeah, they gave you that. They cast down the psilocybin mushroom and the cannabis and gave you a false cracker with no Holy Communion and as an intercessor to God. They gave you a Catholic priest in a booth to be an intercessor.
The middleman. Yep.
The middleman. And
so you study John Allegro then, or what?
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a lot to it for sure. Like once you find that the mushroom is in every spiritual system, you find a correlation, and all of it is happening inside you as a drama.
That John Allegro story is cool, man. That guy was smart. They kicked him out of the panel to decipher the Dead Sea Scrolls because he was talking about the mushroom too, and that's what he thought it. He deciphered it to mean that it had to do with those ancient cultures and the use of the mushroom.
The Hopi prophecies, the rainbow warriors, that's Joseph's rainbow coats in the Jewish prophecies. That's the 7 chakras, the 7 candlesticks, the 7 churches, the 7 seals. All that shit is interrelated. But of course, false religion, classism disguised as racism came in and divided the people through Luciferian agendas, which only divides. The 4th and 5th dimension unites and binds right back to the singularity. It's like a unity, a law of one. Like the Tahuti, they taught the law of one. They weren't teaching division and separation. But yeah, go ahead.
You know what? Hey, can I add something real fast? You mind if I add something or what?
Yeah, it's all you, bro. I don't want to speak too long because I could go for hours. So go.
Just let me. I want to add something real fast. The reason for that structure of racism, where supposedly there's white supremacy, tribe superiority, and all that, and the reason for it is because the bloodlines, certain bloodlines are easier to program than others. So we're MK Ultra, trauma-based mind control programming. And so the white race is more susceptible to the trauma-based mind control than other races. The black race is one of the hardest to program. They break free from the programming too fast. So that's why they're so marginal. Well, you know what our quote unquote history is, and the white races have been used to be the presidents and the kings and the royalty because they're easier to control. So we're in an inverted backwards world, you know. That's what
at every level. At every level.
But look, hey, let me throw this out there. Look at the ones that revolt and go shoot up what they don't care. Like, nah, man, they the ones, I promise you, they some of the hardest to control. That's what the real root. Yeah, they some of the hardest to program. They're some of the ones that don't care about the program the most. We are the program as the human thing. If we're talking about, but I don't like talking black versus white because I know better. But I understand the paradigm that we're in the structure that we're in, the economic structure is where the lighter skinned people rule over the darker skin. That's reality. That's what my eyes see. Now, why that is though,
every city in every state.
What we are as black. Now look,
every city,
we created everything. Exactly. We created everything: law, structure, agriculture, everything, right? But when I say everything, I mean that the genome of what we call a white person is us adapted to a new environment. Now, is that evolution. Our fault or yeah, exactly. But
That
there's a
can't be
divine
true.
design that comes with
Right, that
it
can't
is
be true
though.
because we can't fuck with the evolution, big
Because
dog.
they're here. Because they're here. So how did they get here though?
So let me ask you a
They been
question.
here.
Let me ask you a question. You saying black folks went to the cold place and when they adapted, the adaptation was white folks, the
No,
evolutionary.
not just the environment, but the genetic manipulations as well.
What?
And
What do
so
you
when we
mean?
add, I believe that we were messing with our own genome like we do now. Back then,
Well,
what
you
we call
don't
back
gotta.
then in antiquity.
What that mean? You can create a white person anywhere if you using CRISPR because you don't gotta go to the cold place to use CRISPR. You can use
You
that
can.
gene editing technology anywhere. So where do the
Yeah.
environment factor play in that you mentioned?
Because the environment is mental and it's physical and the spiritual. And your environment, like your mental and spiritual environment, depicts what you do physically. And so that's what I mean by all of it. So
Are
our
you
thoughts and
saying
our
in the right?
mindset
Are you saying in the right environment, a black man can turn white over time? Physically?
absolutely we can do whatever we want to do.
He
We
can
can turn
piss.
into
He
a
can
half
piss.
Indian or something.
Well, hold on, we gotta stop with that. We gotta stop
Yeah,
that we can do this superhero goddamn mystique shit off X-Men.
Science,
We not
nigga.
shape. Hold on, just listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We not shape shifting into other motherfuckers, bro. And that shit ain't happening over time with people, nor is it happening with
Okay.
animals. We don't
All
we
right.
don't see that shit in nature. What we do
if
see
that was
is
true,
hold on.
go ahead.
What we do
My bad,
see
go
is
ahead.
people with different genes that's been around, that's been mixing up and mixing out since the beginning of time. So you got to remember,
Yeah,
it's
sure,
not that. Why do we think we had to create white people? Like you do know, it's niggas in places that's cold, like Eskimos and so on and so forth, right? Like,
Where
and they
okay, where
Why
do
do
the
they always
so-called
use
white people
Oh,
redheads?
time
this is
out.
just
And what
ask
I'm
you
saying
one
is, their
question. Where do
skin
they
didn't
come from
turn.
then? Where do they come from then? The ones that we see
The
now that
same
are
place
opposite of
everybody
those.
else come from is what I'm
And where is that?
saying.
And where
Paul,
is
They're
that?
right?
clones. They're clones, man. They're a
Where?
clone race. They're a clone race. They were created after the destruction of the ancient world. They're used to control the rest of us. Don't you get it?
But see, we can't prove none of that. But what I'll say is, I think we're a clone. I think we're a clone right now.
Yeah, see, man, like one thing we gotta talk about it.
But and look,
Hold on, when we talk about
I can't prove that, but I think we all clones in this realm. What the human is, but I'm a fall
right.
back. Though.
And not only hold on, not only could that be true, y'all also gotta remember, G, this shit, the way it's set up, bro, like far as clones and everybody being that, people are like a domesticated wolf. We're not even wolves no more as humans. We're demi-humans. We're like, you know how there's a difference between gods and demigods or half god, half humans?
We're
We're
an
not even fully.
abomination.
This is what I'm saying. We've been domesticated so much, just like dogs have, to the point where we're not fully wolves no more, to the point where we can't live naturally. We would get sick if we go out to the fucking wild and try to just survive out there off the rip. Motherfuckers have to go through a whole process of transformation and adaptation to it, and that ain't got shit to do with evolution. Cause your skin and all of that.
What is the evolution then? Besides the
No, I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying.
Evolution ain't adaptation.
Exactly, and
It's
your
not.
complexion and all of that type of shit ain't gonna change just because your body get used to dealing with the environment that you change to. Just like when I went over to Africa and I had to adjust to their motherfucking bacteria, and my body had a bacteria infection in reaction to the shit. It didn't change nothing physically about me but my insides. I got antibodies.
Let me explain something to you. Me myself. Let me explain something to you. Evolution is a long drawn out mutation. To where you're literally transforming to some totally different in appearance and all of that. So if you really want to look at the definition, it's the change in the heritable characteristics of biological populations over successive generations. Adaptation is different. A lot of people confuse the two, but evolution is some far more motherfucking.
You're right. You're right when it comes to all right. You're right.
And then you also got to factor in social engineering.
But adapting to your environment will cause evolutionary change over time.
No,
it will do that.
but I'm saying but that's why I'm saying you don't understand what adaptation is. When you go to bringing up adaptation in the evolution argument, it's a mistake a lot of people do. You see what I'm saying? Because I understand how you think they're the same, but they're not. Adaptation is simple, man. Adaptation mean if I move to New York, I need to buy me a jacket, and because I got to adapt to the cold. I'm adapt to the cold. But when I go back to Florida, I'm going to readapt to the heat and put my tank top on. That's all adaptation is. When I was in Korea, they didn't have certain restaurants that I had back home. So I had to adapt to new restaurants. Guess what? That's not a long, drawn out mutation.
Adaptation is quicker than evolution. Absolutely.
Yeah, but bring them up.
They're two different things.
No, but evolution is not a slow form of adaptation. That's where you're wrong at. You're confusing adapting to mutating. You know what? Wait. A person that adapted to a situation is not a mutant. That's all I'm saying, and you confusing the two.
It's like this.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just like this. It's just like when people say evolution, that's implying that life works like Pokemon. You get to a certain level or whatever, and you can do some shit because of your pressured environment and level up. And now you got some kind of new ability and shit that you taking with you, and it's not that.
Bro, I just want. All right, listen.
Evolution is turning Charmander to Charizard.
You can't make them two the same. You shouldn't even put them together.
I'm not gonna do. All right, I'm not gonna do that no more.
Have you ever heard of
Now look. Yeah, I just mentioned that. But like, look, when you're I can't swim as good as was Phelps, right? Because I have not adapted to that water the way he was and evolved to be the type of swimmer he is. I understand they're two different words and they have two different definitions.
No, you didn't put it.
Let him go. Let him finish.
But they go hand in hand with each other with how we grow and change as beings. So that's all I'm trying to say.
No, they don't, brother. You keep being wrong, brother. Evolution says that if you stay in the water long enough, you'll transform to a fish over time. Why don't you get that? Does everybody else get that?
Evolution don't exist. We know that evolution doesn't exist.
That's what we're trying to debunk, brother. Stop. You know what, man? Stop sacred knowledge. You ain't helping. This is what I'm saying. Do you guys know what I'm finding out right now is you niggas don't know the difference between evolution and adapting, and that shit is a headache. That's what I'm finding out right now, bro. Because evolution is saying if you fucking stay in the water long enough, you'll transform to a goddamn fish. Evolution says that the fish evolved to grow legs over time and crawled out the water, and over time the fish became a human. But first the fish became a monkey human first. How are you confusing? The fish didn't adapt to a new environment. He transformed himself to a whole nother creature for that environment. At that point, you beyond adapting. His ass mutated. If he would have adapted, he would have stayed a goddamn fish and adopted a new behavior, because that's what adapt mean, adopt. It mean I'm going to adopt a new behavior because I'm in a new environment, but I'm not going to change who I am. I'm going to just change my behavior. And that's the difference. Y'all confused with that?
A tadpole as an example.
Well, the evolution exists. I'm gonna put it like this: if evolution existed, then we'll still be going to the jungle pulling out half monkey, half people. Like it would be every step would have to be between, because it's supposed to be a slow process. For them to jump from monkey to human, you know what I'm saying? It's just it don't make sense. That's
exactly.
Impossible. You would have to be
That
moving
shit don't
through every
happen
step. Exactly. You know, they wouldn't be extinct. Oh, they just conveniently say,
See, that's why I said that's some Pokemon type shit.
You know, like they wouldn't.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, like the smoke was adaptation versus evolution, and I'm proving how they not the same, but a lot of folks make that mistake.
Now, there's a tribe that live off the coast of South Africa, and they swim in the ocean, and they don't need goggles. They can see like they have goggles on when they go diving in the ocean. Now, that's an adaptation. It's not evolution.
Or it might help that their water is clearer because they ain't got all this fucking pollution. Boom.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, I
That's
just feel like
true.
they adapted to
Because
their
if you
environment.
open up
You
your
know?
goddamn eyes in some of these oceans, you may go blind around this bitch.
You gonna burn them through.
All right.
Little
I
pools of
fuck your
chlorine
road.
will light your
Your ass
eyeballs
gonna
up.
come out looking like Kenshi off Mortal Kombat. G, stop. Nigga gonna come out like Daredevil in this bitch.
Hey, that influence the fancy spin we as a people put on shit and capitalize on it. That's what I've been trying to say.
That's with the English language anyway.
Hey, me, myself, you think the moon's solid, don't you?
I knew you was trying. I knew you had something else over nigga.
I am Truth Seeker. Good shit. He do think the moon's
All right.
solid.
Yo,
Me, myself,
I'm
be
getting my name
oh,
ready out here,
damn, bro. I can't believe my brother believe in evolution and solid moon.
Look,
Damn.
evolution is how we got to where we at from the so-called earlier forms. If you believe that we never
Brother.
changed, then we can't.
Let me
here's
ask
the whole
you
thing.
something. Hold up.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we talk about the earlier forms, none of us was there. So are you saying you believe in what Darwin taught?
Oh, that's my whole point. We started off talking about the English language in the words, right? And the difference between how some words can mean the same pretty much premise, right? And then we started talking about this evolution thing and adaptation, right? Evolution literally states it's like, it's a theory. It literally states in the definition that it's not a fact. It's based off of how we feel about how we got to where we are now from if there was an earlier form of us. Now, if we don't believe that there
Theories
was
are not
any
real.
earlier form of us, right? Exactly.
Adaptation ain't a theory though. Evolution.
No, I'm talking about evolution.
hold
No, I'm talking
on.
about evolution. The definition of evolution, what it says, right?
Wait, me myself. You know how to
go ahead.
kill all of this shit? This the dagger right here, big dog.
Go ahead.
When it comes to our ancestors, ain't none of them niggas ever mentioned any of these other forms of humans that motherfucker saying came before.
That's
us.
a lie.
No.
That's a lie because that's all ancient text mentions all different kinds of weird ass shit. So nah, we ain't doing that.
People that we came from and was
Who is that and how do we know? If we
that was
don't know, if we
demi-humans.
don't know where we came from, and that's the whole point, right? On y'all side, we don't know, we weren't there. So how you gonna tell me against my open-minded thought about I don't
I'm saying
know?
the
I'm just
people that
basing it off
was
of
there was
everything,
not
right?
saying
How
anything
do you know
about
that?
those people that you saying came before them that was demi-humans or before us.
They say
That's
None
what
of the
evolution
ancestors
talks
that we
about,
got
though.
don't
What?
got that account. That shit,
What
hold
it
on, this is
say?
what I'm saying. That shit didn't occur till Charles Darwin. You see what I'm saying?
That's a lie. That's a lie. Demi-humans, demigods.
No, this is what I'm
mixed breed
saying, not
things
specifically.
happen
Why are
in
we
takes
talking
time.
about
I'm saying-
demigods with evolution though? I'm still confused.
I'm saying when it comes to people coming from Neanderthals and all and Cro-Magnons and Cro-Magnon, all that shit, that we don't have no records of us talking about we came from Cro-Magnons or monkeys, bro. That's what I'm
Lord
saying.
Lord. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
That's the dagger.
No, it's not.
Since we,
No, it's not
our
because you
people,
mentioned
this is what I'm
ancient
saying.
culture.
Our people
Yeah,
don't talk
ain't
about
none of our
evolution, bro.
ancestors talk about no damn evolution, man.
They
And
say
that's and
evolution.
think about it. We got items on this earth where ancestors as far as back as hundred thousands of years was talking about they ancestors. And clearly at some point somebody would have been like, yeah, man, back in them days, our ancestors looked like monkeys and shit. They would have carved the monkey people on the wall to say, yeah, man, because our first ancestors was monkeys. None of our ancestors did that. They always got human figures.
I can show you guys a picture of how we used to be. There used to be different, also like other animals have different sizes of them. We used to have big ones, medium ones, little ones running around, and even we had all sorts of different types before in the ancient world, before the destruction of the ancient world.
We know that, and that's my whole point. We know that everything about ancient texts and our ancestry talks about all the different forms and different things and beings. We literally only talk about how we came from gods, from the thought to the sound to the light to this matter physical form that we talk about, which is evolution.
Wait, hold on. No.
Or adaptating to our environment, or whatever you want to call it. But it's
nah, bro, you on your own with all that. You said God. I mean, you already threw me off when you first opened your mouth with that. Then you mentioned the light last when the light is first. The light is the fucking primordial element. That's all there is for real within the holographic simulation. Ain't no evolution when we talk holographic simulation, bro. That actually debunks evolution. So I'm finna really sit here and let you explain to me how you gonna tie them two together. This gonna be interesting.
Word.
Hey, wait,
Word.
hold on. And before you
How
do,
we evolve.
hold on. Also add this in too. It's like the when it comes to the ancestors talking about no evolution, bro, they talked about us becoming lesser forms of what we used to be, not us becoming greater forms of what we used to be. So us evolving from something lesser than greater ain't never been talked about, but we have been talking about falling from form.
I don't think that's evolution. That's a fall.
Exactly.
Again, that's a mutation. Like, cause think about it. A caterpillar turning into a butterfly ain't evolution. Cause guess what? Again, evolution is happening over long periods. And guess what? We're talking about a mutation. Let's say that the caterpillar was stretching toward the sky every day. He just was jumping, like Michael Jordan, kept jumping caterpillars. Evolution says if they keep jumping, right? If them caterpillars keep jumping toward the sky, they will evolve with wings. They'll mutate and get wings, and now you'll get flying caterpillars, which is a butterfly, but that ain't what happened. The caterpillar make a cocoon, and it's called transformation. Now, our ancestors taught about transformation, which is rebirth. They didn't teach about evolution, which is mutation. Now, all of this stuff can be confusing, I know, but it all is different. It all is different. You know what I'm saying? We can't clunk it all together.
You are correct with that. But
You know how they say evolution changed with time. So time isn't real, so evolution isn't real.
hey man, I don't even want to go that deep into that because everything has a different space of time. Every bugs see time way different than we see time. So yeah, I was gonna go, but I ain't even gonna do that.
That's why the
But
whole
did everybody look up the definition of evolution? And it's the thought on how we diversified and developed over time. It's simple as that. And you adapt to different. You know what?
Evolution is a word.
Both everything we're saying is words.
You
If
can't
the
prove
universe is
evolution, though.
If the universe is holographic, race and color don't exist either.
Exactly. It's all pure light. But back to that was the other thing. Thought comes before the light. The light is a precursor to the matter, the material realm. The thought, the consciousness is before the light, though.
The consciousness is the light, brother. This is crazy.
That is true. Yeah, it's all one and the same. We all part of the all.
Is the
But yeah,
light, man.
yeah, you're right.
But we might identify with Black, Hispanic, Guatemalan, Nicaraguan, American, whatever it may be. We still use that label and we just use it freely, not realizing the consequences in the universe of propagating a fraud where all is truly light and all is in all things. God is everything and everyone. And the devils are angels unaware. And the devils are angels who forgot themselves, living in the root chakra, not going that full circle of climbing up that Jacob's ladder, having that pineal gland burst wide open so they can heal their soul, which is that event horizon, that rainbow body. That's the whole Hopi prophecy. The rainbow warriors are the chakra activated individuals from all races, colors, and creeds who understand.
I would call those myself the light, light beings, that word rainbow warrior has already been taken by some people. And why would you want to compete with them for that? Just let them have it and we'll get light beings.
Yeah. And bro, they stole spectrum too. They consider that,
because think about it, when you take
spectrum,
all them chakra colors and bring them together, you just get light, pure white crown chakra, white light. That's all I'm saying. So the whole thing is that you want to break the rainbow. The rainbow is the trick of the leprechaun. That's when you talk about the 7 colors on the rainbow. That's why they break the 7 bricks in karate. You know, when they stack the bricks and break them in the middle, that's what's happening at the North Pole. The rainbow is being split in the middle with that pole, and that's the universe telling you what we gotta do. We got to defeat Saturn. We gotta defeat Saturn, which is the rainbow god, the god of the rings, all the colorful rings. You got to master each of these colors because each one of them is a frequency. This is why martial arts got different color belts as you get promoted through the ranks. Black belt, red belt, you defeating the rainbow. And your last belt, it ain't a color. It's black. Your first one is white. It ain't a color. It's the yin and yang sandwiches, all of these colors in the middle. And in the middle of the yin yang is what? The serpent. That's the leprechaun with the rainbow. But surrounding him is just black and white. That's why this is the gray area. This is the place where the rainbow, actually, where all of these chakras exist. But when you ascend out of here, ain't no chakras. All of them chakras come together to be one ball of light called a Merkaba vehicle, and that's what you travel the astral rail in. So in that sense, you got to defeat the chakras in order to resurrect your higher self. You got to, the whole thing about this chakra system, it's your energy split up into 7 different vortices. And for you to access your full potential is unity. Combine them all. We know that a ball fist gonna hurt you harder than an open hand. So that's the concept when they said a God ball, unity, when you ball that fist. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we trying to do with the chakras, ball all them bitches up into one knot. And that's when you're gonna be this unexplainable sort of guru, this ascended being, so to speak. That's what Polaris is. It's all of the color frequencies in one spot, making a little ball of light, which is the source of all light of the holographic simulation. And each simulation is projecting its light below as a different color, blue, red, yellow. So if you look at the ethers, they look like a big rainbow. That's how this whole system looks. And each one of the ethers is calibrated to a chakra. But the whole thing about cracking the middle of them all is that's how you make it to your throne at the top. And at the top, all the colors are coming together to form this white, bright light that they saying is in heaven.
Go deeper, bro. Because, that it's trippy when you start, when we piece these pieces together, bro.
Exactly. Deny the chakra system. And you can take photography, Kirlian photography. You can literally take a photograph of your own energy body, and you'll know where you're stuck. It'll show you. So anybody that tries to deny that even these chakra systems exist, it's like,
oh, they totally exist.
Yeah, no, for sure. So what do we do to move forward as a people, as a community, as one consciousness? Well, we have to take over every city, every community, every state with this knowledge. We can't be passive online. We have to have a global outreach program. And there's many.
Did you just say global?
Folks said, got him.
No, flat. We're going across.
Now listen, now who do we reach out to?
No, real talk though.
I'm asking you a question. Who do we reach out to with the outreach program?
Yeah, the right networks that have the databases that allow that program to proliferate. But of course,
guess how you reach out to them?
Yeah,
online.
No, of course, brother. Yeah,
if that's your goal, you better off starting a YouTube.
For sure. I mean, we can do it online as well. It's already happening online. The federal court drug officials have already pretty much put.
But I don't know why you reaching out to the powers that be to solve the problem they creating anyway. But
yeah, not wholesomely for their. I'm not using them completely as the #1 go-to solution. Ultimately, self is the only solution. Your personal ability to produce.
You just said that we need to start global outreach programs. I asked you, who are we reaching out to? And you said the same people creating the problem, basically. That's a waste of time, if you ask me.
Well, no, yeah, I mean, it really is at this point, honestly, because I'm in the middle of it. I've been doing it for such a long time. I've been deplatformed for this exact message on the spiritual systems, the plant medicines of the earth. I've been deplatformed like crazy for 5+ years, and it's been hard to build up an audience because literally Instagram and Facebook are against psilocybin directly, which happens to be the very sacred mushroom that the indigenous people revered so much. And now we know why, because they trap your soul with their false medicines through false pharmakia, through their hypnotic spells with their corporations. We know that the soul is being trapped through medicine, through education, through indoctrination. And I'm over here saying it's time to rise up and wake up. And yeah, perhaps reaching out to them, to their PR firms, have been the biggest mistake. I mean, my gosh, like I just literally spent $8,000 in a PR campaign looking to reach the BPIOC, melanated people of the planet, to join that coalition.
And guess what? And you're part of the problem for doing such a stupid thing.
Yeah.
Because you wasting money. You could have helped a lot of kids right in your community.
Facts.
That was dumb, bro. And it's stuff like that. And see, and that's what I'm talking. I ain't gonna even say nothing else, man.
Go ahead, man. I don't mind correction, bro. I didn't know that growing up.
Hey, basically what Sanchez is trying to say is that we get this hero ball. We think we can motherfucker come down from 30 in one shot. Like we try to do too much, man. Start where you at, man. Like he said, that would have probably been better served with some people that you can actually reach out and touch, versus thinking you gonna be the one that open up the minds of these millions and millions of people.
Yeah, for sure. I'm seeing that now because I'm in the middle of this so-called life as we know it. I'm just looking to do the very best that I can every day. I'm looking to support. I want to support this show. I wanna convince.
Well, then hit the cash app, bro. That ain't hard.
I'll do it right now.
I knew you was gonna
You gave 8,000 up, man. No, salutes to the brother.
And I'll give
man.
you more. Hey, and I'll give you more if we have plans to make more. Right? It has to make sense. But right now, I want to contribute for sure. You know.
Hey, he said, hey, that man talking about doing business. Okay, man, we can. Hey, I know one thing. If they banning your mushroom stuff, it's because you promoting the usage of it. A way around that is to just when you go to teaching how good the shit is, you actually promoting the use of it anyway. But they can't ban that because you didn't directly say that.
No, that's a fact, brother. And all I want to do is like demonstrate to the indigenous people that the mushroom was the foundation stone for all ancient civilizations. You just got to study the archaeology, like period, point blank, period.
And the color of psilocybin, what color is that? It's blue. The strip, it's blue. And little Smurfs, what color are they? They're blue. We was on man. They've been feeding us back our ancient true culture via the programming, cartoons, media, everything. It's right there in front of us, which is one I wanted to bring this up. Do y'all think they gotta tell us a little bit of the truth with all these lies? Because we keep seeing the clues, right? Why would any oppressor give us any clue whatsoever unless they were forced to, or some sort of unwritten law where they have to show us the truth of self? You see what I'm saying? But
that's Kabbalion law.
Because in order to tell,
go ahead.
In order to tell a lie, you got to tell the truth.
And you got
I think it's might be that also, but I think it's like in order to not face the karma for certain things, I gotta give you the truth. You see what I'm saying? Like
it's fake free will.
We keep on looking at it like, why these people ain't getting in trouble with the universe? Because they dodging the karmic recompense by giving you the truth, no matter how silly it is. They like, I'm telling you what I'm doing. It's almost like when Jordan go, I'm finna dribble to my right, pull up, and I'm finna fade away. Now, if he tell you his moves all through the game, you can't. It's up to you to stop
when he hit you with it. Yeah,
right,
like stop hitting yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you know, I don't really think you can cheat the universe, but I do think that they predictive programming is real. And there's some people think they probably can cheat the universe is what we saying. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I don't
There
think
you
that
go.
you feel me? So they'll do little shit like that, little rituals, little shit, trying to cheat, trying to find, desperate, man, to just live the
That's what's
natural
happening.
way.
They're panicking right now. And the paradigm we in with our eyes, what we see going on with the programming, how rushed all the fake movies regurgitating our ancient history, us breaking down all the sacred texts and the religious books over the internet, everything in every recompense or every when they hit back is rushed. Everything that they hit us back with now is rushed. And I've seen that, I've noticed that for like the past decade with everything that's going on with the world economics, pandemonium around the world, looting, whatever, right? Everything is rushed and force fed. They're not taking their time with the ploys anymore, with the programming. And so that's how I know we're winning, just based off of just that reality of just being a fighter growing up and knowing the technique, knowing the energy of the person you're supposed to meet after the bell ring, how they ate lunch,
Who's
if
winning?
they ate lunch or not, who's winning. Yeah, okay, who's winning? I think the conscious people who want us to truly be truly free and connected to the all constantly. I think that we're winning. The people with that mindset of spiritual enlightenment, and those that want to conceal and pretty much be parasitic to our realm. Instead of getting out there in the field and doing your hour of work, you want to watch people do and then come back and steal the fruit out the basket. So yeah, that's what I'm just spiritually speaking though. But yeah, that's the level I'm on. That's what I see. So
This was yeah. Salutes to the panel, man.
Me, I feel like knowledge is like, you know how they say you can take a horse to the well, but you can't make him drink it. You can so often give niggas so much knowledge, but you just can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't make them do what it do to it.
sometimes it just don't click. But then are we supposed to give up? As true warriors, are we ever supposed to give up? No. And that's the predicament. Because it's almost like beating the dead or beating the dead horse. It's dead. It ain't getting up to run no more. But do we as warriors ever realize that? Because we literally have on again horse blinders and we're on a straight path to what we see our goal as being as conscious beings, right? People who you speak the gospel, which is just the spoken truth, right? There's certain people who it will never click. They will never learn how to. You teach them how to fish so they can feed themselves. They will never pay attention. They will never drink from the water, even though you lead them straight to it. So, what
Hey,
do we
dig,
do with that?
hey, dig this right quick. Dig this. What happens is you just heard dude said he spent $8,000, right? We we don't put our money in the right place. When they say we can't do something, it's because we don't put our money in the right place. Just say you took $10 from every black motherfucker in America. How much is that? Say you take $10 with 1 million people. That's enough to start something. We'd rather just go ahead and buy a $50,000 watch instead of starting a jewelry company. We like to sit back, like he said, and that's why they call us lazy. We like to sit back and take whatever's shoveled on the plate instead of getting our own shovel and shoveling up our own shit to put on our own plate. All we do is gotta come together. No motherfucking white people ain't gonna say, we're not gonna let you start making cars. We're not gonna let you start making watches. No, we just don't get together with no
Or
type of
TVs.
plan to do anything. And without no plan, you will never win no game. And that's why we losing. But go ahead.
Hey, let me say salutes to Shaw. He's a man of his word. I got your donation in, bro. Let me hit the bomb. For sure. He wasn't capping. Yeah, y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
You just had to go ahead, yes, sir.
Hey,
Shout
look,
out to the people.
I got to get him an interview too, man. For real, with the mushroom history. So we're gonna definitely do that.
Got to do that. And yo, thanks for bringing it up. Hey, Shaw, you know about purple sticky salvia? It's a genus of sage, right? This plant will take you on a whole nother lifespan within 10, 15 minutes.
I believe
So
you.
yeah, look that up. No one's really talking about it ever since Miley Cyrus, and they had them recorded on YouTube, whatever channel, and then they banned it, right? They made it illegal. But eventually it's coming back around to where the psychedelics are being used in medical realms. So they're about to come back around again and legalize it. But salvia is the same plant.
It always come back around to medical like the weed doing. Hey, salutes to Brian Hall as well on the panel, man. I just looked at here and see that this brother on the panel as well. Salutes to you, Brian. Appreciate the support. The show, man. Drop the bomb. Hey, look, it always go back to the medical shit, bro. Cause what they do, they ban it so they can figure it out. Cause listen, the thing is this: if they just let us get the healing directly from the earth, you can't make no economy off just the plant. So they got to ban the plant till they can turn the plant to a medicine and a format that they can control and monopolize and all that.
And they tell you to eat meat to stop your soul energy from climbing Jacob's ladder and opening up your pineal gland too. That's the whole scam of the meat industry too. And meat industry alone is bestiality too. Y'all be raping and eating these cows and all these animals. That's what's happening at the core level.
Absolutely. It's a torture culture. It's a culture of torture and sadistic activity on self, because if everything is self, if land, earth, trees, and bees is self, what we doing to ourselves, really? So yeah, as above, so below for sure.
Facts.
And
are gods in heaven. They're angels in heaven.
And check it out. They're addicted to adrenochrome. People that are always eating meat, you're addicted to that adrenochrome.
You know what? I wanna talk about this meat eating shit too, because we know this ain't come from the original humans. They were vegan and shit. But I'm trying to ask myself, the first motherfuckers, and I did her story to his story. That was my first theory, was that's how we get these brotherhoods and fraternity secret societies, mostly males, because the hunting that they would have been doing, they would have had to form a secret society, because we had strict rules in the pre-dynastic time to where eating meat, hunt animals, that can actually get you killed. We were very sacred with the land. It was a heavenly Garden of Eden type environment. No one hunted the animals. The animals came up to us and let us pet them. The lion didn't even, the animals weren't scared of us. We had built a bond with all the animals on the earth. They had gained our trust. But and that was broken. That's how we got kicked out the Garden of Eden, where now the animals is running from us and shit and all this shit. That according to what I'm researching, the earth wasn't always like that. You know what I'm saying? So the first people that was out there hunting animals and all that shit, they had to sneak and do that, and that would have gave birth to your first secret societies with the rise of hunting and gathering cultures.
But it says in the Bible, if I may, it says in the Bible, in the book of Genesis, that there was a point where everything changed when she bit the apple, which is what I believe it is if you cut a fruit in half, you'll see the torus shape. So they started messing with the torus technology, because all conscious life has a torus field around it.
No, you're right. The bitten apple is the torus field. But the fucked up part about the story of Eve, besides the symbolism, is they said she bit an apple to get us kicked out, when really it was the man that hunted the animal. They blamed it on a woman eating fruit versus the men eating the meat. And that's what got us kicked out of the garden, is when we became hunters and gatherers and herding up, and we became cowboys, hunting and gathering. And that's what started fucking the earth up. Not because we was vegans and they tried to make it like, because when we was vegans, the women ruled shit, because they got the green thumb, the knowledge of the plant gardening. So women.
It says also that God said, from now you disobeyed me, so from now on you will live by the sweat of your brow, and sacrifice will be required. Because before we had it easy, apparently. So what I believe that means is that now, like, like the meat industry is subsidized. So the demiurge wants everybody put that diet out there because it's a lower diet. It's a lower diet for a lower type of being, and I just believe that that's part of the control. It's part of population control, things like that. But yeah, when he said and now you're gonna have to eat, like you're gonna have to plant seeds and to grow I don't know. You're gonna have to work from now on. Something happened.
Yeah, right. That's because we didn't have to work because the earth was a paradise full of fruits and trees everywhere. When we started hunting, we started creating deserts.
Exactly. But then I believe it's the story of the destruction, because Eve, not only does it sound like evil, but it's the end of something, the evening, the end. That's the end
You
of
gotta
civilization.
understand that the people who was interpreting the Bible were evil. So they was trying to explain and justify our world being evil by saying a woman by saying that, hold on, you gotta let me finish, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm telling you that the whole story is bullshit. None of it happened. They made up the story to justify an evil world by blaming it on a woman biting an apple when that is not how the world fell and got evil. We know that. Anybody believing that is stupid. We know that. That's all I'm saying.
Right. That was against the women.
It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. The woman represents the intuitive side of humanity. So I believe what it means is the intuitive side of humanity, which was a very advanced civilization at the time. They started messing with the Taurus technology, and they created artificial intelligence, and that's when we got usurped by the AI. That's when God changed on us. We created a new God, like the God of this world. So
well, that's an interesting belief. I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty interesting. That's kind of along some shit where I stand at myself.
Could be.
Because I do think that the intuitive side is the knowledge of the Taurus, and that if we started to reverse engineer the Taurus, then yeah, like I said, with the creating the first CERN and shit is what got us kicked out of the garden. Yeah.
Can I edify what you're saying, Brother Sanchez?
Yeah, for sure.
So, in regards to the animal sacrifice, most people in general across the world, they're stuck in the hypnotism of eating animal food because of religion too, because the Bible propagates animal sacrifice, but they don't know that the scriptures have been perverted, pursuing to Jeremiah 9, talking about the pen of the scribes is vain. And then also Adam in the beginning of the Bible in Genesis, when he got kicked out, in other books like Jubilees, you can cross-reference and see that Adam actually offered up a pure oblation. He didn't offer an animal sacrifice, or not Adam. Who was the sons of Adam? I forgot.
I think it was Cain and Abel. One of them gave a, was it Cain and Abel? Well, one gave a animal sacrifice and one gave some fruits or some other shit, and God wanted the dead animal corpse. He didn't want the fucking.
That was written in. Right, that was written in by the wicked scribes of Jeremiah 9.
Promote meat eating.
Because in Jubilees, they actually offered up fruits, vegetables, and incense, which we know.
That's what Abel offered in Genesis.
Hey, that's a good point right there. God wanted the goddamn meat, man. So that's telling you right there how we see their God is the God of the hunting and gathering humans. And to do that, you need technology. That's the rise of technology, the formation of swords, spears, guns, if you're going to be a hunter. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm rolling that ain't nobody ever said, like, you know what, God, we cool and all, but you sound kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could follow this shit.
That's crazy, man, because you know how they always associate being on the grill with the man, like the man is the one work the barbecue grill and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? And then a woman being there prepping the vegetables and shit.
Yeah.
And they talk about how it's a man's world because you don't see a lot of women butchers, now do you?
No, you sure don't.
A woman,
that story,
you know, that's how they say, you are who your father is. That's a bunch of baloney. And do you know if God was gonna write something such as a book or tell somebody about the book, he would have just wrote it in your brain, or it would have just wrote it in your brain. You wouldn't have to read a book. You would actually be born with the shit encrypted in your DNA. So once you bring these type of things up, you gotta know it's a con move. If I'm selling you something and I'm getting rich and you not, then that's a con game. And that's all religion is. But you do gotta know it's something bigger than all of us. But it ain't what that book's saying. I can tell you that much. But y'all go ahead.
Yeah, you got to read between them lines. Yeah, that's all it is. And Cain, right? Cain gave God fruits, right? And Abel sacrificed the flesh, right? And that's why God had favor on Abel. And am I right? I'm asking people like who know about the story.
That's what we saying.
Okay,
God
exactly.
saying, man, I want that meat.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what's weird. And then they make the one who loves not killing and slaughtering breathing things the evil one.
Right.
The Essene Gnostics, they were all against animal sacrifice. All you got to do is Google that.
In the beginning.
It's crazy how Adam and Eve were vegans, and then when they fell from the garden, they instantly became hunters. See, I'm telling y'all, hunting is synonymous with the fall, you know, and that's when the technology age began and shit like that.
Facts. And how you got to dress, you got to put on the skin of the animal you're trying to hunt and creep around. You can't just walk up on it like a real G. You gotta cower.
Yeah.
You gotta be parasitic. You gotta join. You gotta infiltrate. And so that culture
That's
is
how you get the
time.
that's how you get the wolf in sheep clothes line. Yeah.
Sneaky and conniving.
That's crazy though. Hey, man, I wish I didn't have to get out of here, but I got to do some shit, man.
Man, where the fuck you think you going, Sanchez?
I got the. I ain't gonna cap though. I'm finna be going live a lot, man, because I've been getting it in, and the channel's growing and shit. So I told the people I'm gonna do more
I was
content.
because I missed your Chicago stream where you was talking about drill and all of that. I wasn't there for that. Then I just peeped in on the Sister Betty situation. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, man, all this shit been crazy. I gotta tune back in. I've been missing for a minute, but yeah, we definitely gonna catch up.
Yeah, man, for sure. I'm definitely gonna be going live again. Y'all brothers be safe, man, and be on the lookout for the next one. Ace is coming soon. So peace and love.
Peace and love
to everybody.
Brother, we appreciate you.
Hey, before you guys go, can I say something real fast? Or too late?
Well, yeah, if it's quick, for sure.
Just real quick, go to the Tartarian Meltdown YouTube channel and start studying it, because I want to talk to you guys about it, because apparently we're surrounded by the ruins of an ancient civilization, and we think they're mountains. So go to the Tartarian Meltdown.
Hey guys, that's the Tartarian Meltdown for everybody. Go to the Tartarian Meltdown. Anybody else want to shout their channels out before we go?
Hey, Sanchez, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, man, salute to everybody on the panel and all that stuff. I know you about to get out of here or whatever, but I know, I know you can do a deep one on that meat and that fruit, the comparison, how you put that together, whatever, that was deep.
Oh, listen, on the next one, that's gonna be one of our topics. Don't let me forget it, Mike. Hop on it and bring it back up, because I do want to touch on that shit some more.
I got you, man.
Yeah. We finna be getting it in, man. I'm gonna be live in the morning too, so it's all good. But yeah, y'all be safe. I'll see y'all on the next one for sure.
Peace and love, bro. Appreciate it.
Hey, much love to everybody that joined the call, for real, man. Each and every last one of y'all. Be safe out there.
I already know, bro.
Hey, much love to Eric Deep. My bad, Eric, for sure. You already know. Let me cut him off a little. You already know what it is. Yeah. Thank you everybody for donating to the show. If you supported the show, I appreciate you. Brian Hall, Sonia Smith. Sonia, did I read your text earlier in the chat? Salutes to Sonia. Appreciate y'all. I remember saying the name Sonya at one point today. I smoked too. Yeah, salutes to Sonya, salutes to Brian Hall, and to salutes to you too, Paul Baldwin. I just got your donation, bro. Appreciate the love, man. I appreciate y'all. Let me open this thing up. Yo, salutes to the brother Shaw. We got to do the mushroom presentation. Be ready for. Email me if you listening to this. And to Jose, email me so we can do an interview, man. Shout out to brother J Mac. Damn, J Mac, you came late on the panel. I wanted you to hop on earlier, man. My bad. We're gonna get it in tomorrow though. Hey, y'all stay up, man. I got to get out of here. You know.